Only VIP get the replays. Only VIP get the replays. So if you're here and you don't have VIP, I want to let you know it's only $49 to get lifetime access to the recordings of this week, which is bonkers. Normally, this would charge be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Coach Christian and Marcus, no, this would normally be hundreds and thousands of dollars for this information, but $49 for this week only. You get lifetime access to the replays plus a VIP session every single day. Like every single day, yes, this is a multi-day event. I'll talk about that in just a second. But every single day, you're going to get a VIP session. Today, you get a VIP Q&A with Marcus. Tomorrow, you get a VIP session with 7 Buffins on how to go build better social media content to grow your brand. Come on, y'all. Like that's a no-brainer opportunity to take advantage of. So go ahead and click the link that's in the chat. Team, drop the VIP link one time for me. There we go. The team just dropped it so you all can grab the replays as you see fit. All right. As you see fit, go ahead and jump in there. At the very, 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 very end of the day, after the VIP session, I may be doing another big giveaway. Shh, don't tell anybody. But yes, we're gonna be working on that giveaway. All right. So, um, all right, all right. So that's number one, get your camera on. Number two, go ahead and get a pen and paper. Number three, upgrade to VIP. Number four, there's some of you all in here, you just joined today for the first time because you got invited by a guest. Who invited y'all to this event? Let us know in the chat real quick. Who invited you to this call? If you got a free link, let us know in the chat. How did you hear about this call? Coach K, okay, I love it. I love it. Coach K's all communities in the group. Marcus is text me. I love it. A lot of Coach K's. Anybody get invited by anybody else? Marcus text me. Okay, I love it. I love it. So if you are not officially registered for this event, I need you to tap in and register. I need you to tap in and register. What does that mean? That means you can get notifications for this event if you go to scalewithspeakingsummit.com. Team, can we drop the registration? If you are not officially registered and you just got a random link, I need you all to go register here to get notifications. Now, if you're getting VIP and you're going to upgrade, there's no need to do this step, right? But if you haven't, three in the chat. This is a 3-day event, Nicole. Mary, this is a 3-day event. This ain't no 90-minute class. This is a 3 days. So if you want to be here for every session every day, go to scalewithspeakingsummit.com. All right. Scalewithspeakingsummit.com. Coach, they're saying I see somebody says I keep freezing. Are we good? Or is that just that one person?
You're good now. You were freezing a bit.
Oh, that's really weird. My apologies. I don't know. Man, every time we do these summits, coach, I'm not claiming it, but we've had some issues the last one. So, all right, you froze 2 times. Okay, my apologies. Let me see if I can close out some tabs. But long story short, go to scalewithspeakingsummit.com to get registered and to get notifications for this week. You guys heard that, right? You all heard that? Just want to make sure we're clear. Just put clear in the chat. If you heard, go to scalewithspeakingsummit.com. Okay, I just registered. Alicia A says, I love it. And once you register your spot and you officially claim, just go ahead and put it registered in the chat so we know that you saved your spot. All right, go ahead and do that for us. All right, all right. Katina's registered. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Who else already registered? Nicole says, Lily says it's clear. I registered. Great. Awesome. So this is what I'm going to do. While you all are working on upgrading your seats and while you're working on registering, I want to say you can also send the link to a friend. If you have a friend or a family member that they have a business and you believe they could use some growth help and you know they want to grow, send them the links. Just copy and paste this Zoom link or copy and paste the scalewithspeakingsummit.com and send it to them and say, get in this room right now. We're about to learn how to speak our way to new wealth. And you never know, you could be a catalyst in somebody else's life just by sharing a link. So if you're going to invite a friend, just put inviting in the chat so we know you're inviting a friend or family member into the room. But with that being said, y'all, I don't want to hold Marcus up too much longer because this man has got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. All right. So what I'm going to do is a lot of you are new to Marcus here. I don't think you truly understand who you're working with. Today, you're about to learn from somebody who runs multiple seven-figure businesses, maybe even a couple eight-figure businesses. You're about to learn from somebody who has spoken in front of thousands of people. He gets paid $25,000 for his speaking fee. And yes, people do pay it. Who in here you would like $25,000, get paid $25,000 to speak on a stage just for using your voice? Dr. Avery said, that's me. Count me in. Pam says, that's me. You're actually learning from somebody who started from the bottom and learned how to use speaking to grow empires. So if you're here and you have an organization or a business that you want to scale, you better be listening in. You better be listening in because I promise you, what you're about to hear will change your life forever. And the person you're about to learn from, I truly feel like is the best in the game. There's no one who knows speaking better than Marcus Y. Rosier. But I can tell you all about Marcus, but I think this video will give you a better glimpse into Marcus's life. So watch this quick video and then we welcome to the stage, Mr. Marcus Y. Rosier.
Imagine a young boy in Panama City, Florida, discovering the power of entrepreneurship within the walls of his family faith, selling snacks to the devoted. As fate would have it, his path led him to Florida State University, where the seeds of knowledge blossomed within him. It was in the stillness of empty auditoriums that his voice found resonance. It echoes, pulsating with purpose and unwavering conviction. From those humble beginnings, his words ignited flames in the hearts of students, planting dreams that would flourish and shape their futures. But life had different plans in store. A tragic car accident left him battered, testing his strength in the face of adversity and down to only $11.37. Yet, from the depths of pain emerged an author, pouring his heart and soul onto the pages, each word a testament to his indomitable spirit. Across multiple oceans and several continents in over 50 countries, he embarked on a journey sharing his stories, his voice a beacon of hope in a world empowering purpose and inspiring change. Today, he stands before us as a shining example of triumph, guiding fellow entrepreneurs on the path to unlocking their potential, transforming their ideas into income. His voice reaches far and wide, not only as a coach, but as a captivating podcaster, sharing wisdom and lighting sparks of inspiration in the hearts of listeners. And let us not forget his spiritual calling. He serves as a pastor leading an online church, merging business and faith.
You cannot build a business bigger than you build yourself because every part of your business sits on you. The communication sits on you. The marketing sits on you. The sales sits on you. The operation sits on you. The consistency sits on you. The growth sits on you. So every new level of money will crush you if you try to build a business bigger than you build you.
Stand on your feet. Everybody up, stand on your feet, stand on your feet, stand on your feet. Everybody up.
Sky is the limit every day I reach. They was tired of me winning, now they dead asleep. No one see me with the ring, you better play deep. God did his thing when he made me. With the odds stacked against me, I could crack the bitch.
Family, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to each and every person that is here. Today is normally my Wellness Wednesday, where I do nothing that feels like work. I don't know how I'm working for free on Wellness Wednesday. Look what you did. Now, but what's up, everybody? Really quick, so you understand the room that you're in and what today will look like, feel like. Today, family is a room where all of us are family. I don't just say that, but the number one goal is to make sure that every one of us feel, listen, let me say this very clearly. You got nothing to hide, nothing to protect, nothing to prove. Say it again. You got nothing to hide, nothing to protect, nothing to prove. Nothing to hide. What you don't know, you don't have to hide that. Nothing to protect. There's no image to protect. And you got nothing to prove. So we don't want to bring ego into a space. One of the hardest things to do with entrepreneurs is to get them to stop like exerting that ego and that vibrato and those things that make us feel like we've got to be overly overt and loud and screaming about what we know and not honest about what we don't know. Does that make sense for everybody? You got nothing to hide, nothing to protect, nothing to prove. And the other side of this, Coach Christian knows, she's with me. Coach Jaretta knows, Coach Lowe knows. It's nothing harder than coaching people who every time you try to coach them, they act like it's an interview. You got to pause people and say, hey, you know I'm not hiring, right? Because they want to tell you their whole resume. All right. So now that we got that, can we do something really quick? Can you just really quick, so I feel safe, so I feel comfortable, you are officially in my home. All right. Can you just say, hey, cousin Marcus, we are officially family. I am your coaching cousin. I am your coaching cousin. Now, I'm your cousin. Y'all already say, hey, cuz, but I got to get permission to be your coach. So for the next 3 days, can I coach you? You officially said I'm your cousin. For the next 3 days, can I coach you? Can I coach you for the next 3 days? Do I have permission to coach you for the next? Tamika said yes. I see. Dr. Renee, I'm already your coach. You're a part of Entrepreneur Speaker Mastermind. She like, yes, again. I see you already a part of Entrepreneur Speaker. About Keisha Caesar, I got permission to. I love it. And your camera on at work. You like, forget them folks. Hey, patient number 7 is ready. Forget them. I'm learning. I'm being an entrepreneur speaker. I'm about to quit. Say one more word. Say one. I'll walk out this thing. There you go. Hey, could y'all lower y'all voice? I'm on here learning. There you go, Keisha Caesar. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So y'all gave me permission to coach you, and I absolutely love it. So let me give you context, and I want to respect the time. We're going for 3 hours today. It's already 12:30. I'm gonna go to 3, from 3, and then from 3 to 4. I'm gonna call an audible on VIP if it's okay. My VIPs, can I have your permission to call an audible because I want to do something special with you? Is it okay instead of Q&A if we do what I call laser coaching, where we get a chance to focus on strategic areas of your business, and we do something that we call a cash flow audit, a cash flow sprint, ways that you can generate revenue from what you're doing right now. So we can pull up your online presence, platform, all that, and I do some audits. VIPs, is that okay? Is that okay? Would you like my consulting brain to look inside of what you're doing and tell you some things you can do? Yes, yes, yes. All right. So that's what we're going to do, VIPs. That starts at 3 o'clock. So we got a long way to go. Who's going to be with me all the way to 3 o'clock today? Who with me all the way to 3 o'clock? Me. Okay. Let's move. Let me tell you what to expect before we get started so you know how to listen. Clear as day, this is not a class. I am not your teacher. You are not a student. You are a business owner. Everybody in this room should be a business owner or should be aspiring to be a business owner. If you are not, and you say, I'm just an avid learner, good luck with that. You can have more degrees than a thermometer, and that does not mean that you're going to get paid. I am not a teacher. I'm a business consultant. So I help businesses that are trying to scale. So I'll show you, listen to this, what message reaches a market of people that are looking for you to have the money to pay you. Does that make sense for everybody? So we call it message to market to money match. What message reaches into a market to let them know you exist? So now they can make the decision and say, oh, I want her, I want him, I want Deb Ferreira, I want Randy, I want Jamie. Well, how can I get Jamie if I don't know he exists? So everybody in here is a business owner. This is not class. This is not a webinar. This is also not an audio book. So if you are riding and listening, you're going to miss a lot because you cannot retain all the things that we're sharing. Why? Because there will be new concepts. You can't be an auditory learner when you're learning something for the first time. You can only do auditory learning when it connects to something you already know. I won't have time today, but not on day 3, on Thursday night, I'm gonna be talking about learning styles and communication styles. How do you communicate in a way that for learning styles? So I'm telling everybody, oh, I'm driving. I'm warning you in advance that you will not be able to retain 3 hours a day of not information, because that's not what I'm doing, of skill. You don't learn how to swim while riding in your car. You don't learn how to fly a plane while riding in your car. You're about to learn a skill and a system and a strategy that will grow your brand, your business, and your revenue. Wouldn't you need to be stationary for that to be able to write it down? To when I start sharing my screen and drawing these things out strategically and showing you, wouldn't you need to see that? Wouldn't you need to follow along? Does that make sense? Does that make sense for everybody? So let's back that thing up. This is not class. Oh, I did my homework. For who? Because I'm not your teacher. Everybody in here, you a business owner. This is not a webinar. This is not an audio book. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a business meeting where I show you the skills and systems that you will need in the AI age to AI-proof your brand and your business. You're going to have to AI-proof your brand and your business. Coach Jaretta, I'm going to tell you, I've survived quite a few things. I've survived the recession of 2008, the pandemic of 2020, and the AI age. And what's crazy is every year my revenue has grown, which means it wasn't about a funnel. It don't matter whether it's a Go High Level or Kajabi or Infusionsoft. It wasn't the funnel. It wasn't the software. It was the skills and the systems that I've acquired, built, understood, so I can take my talent wherever. Is this making sense already for everybody? Yes, yes? This is making sense? Okay. So roll call real quick. If it's not class and it's not a webinar, roll call. Any business owners in the room, I just need you to drop your name and the name of your business. Roll call. Who in here? What's your name? What's your business name? What's your name? What's your business name? Catherine, Simply Mindful, Deb, AI Opti. I love it. Rachel, I love it. I'm gonna give us a little more time on this. I need to see your name, your business name. I'm loving it. Now here go my question. Here go my question real quick. Uh-oh, let me start my clock, because if I don't start it, I won't know where I'm at with time. Let me ask a question real quick. Let's just say, now I am not a solopreneur. Across all three companies, I got staff. So let's just say, Tracy Brown, let's just say, Shauna, let me go to my other screen so I can see some other faces. Let's just say Tammy, let's just say Ellen Wilson. Let's just say, Lakia, what's up? I enjoyed your energy. That's the screen I need to be on. Your energy and cookie energy got me through last night, okay? There you go. What's up, Mark Bishop? Let's just say you have staff, you have team, and you sent them here in your place. You wasn't here today. Based on how you show up, would you give that person a raise or fire them? Come on, if you here to represent your business, and if you wasn't here and sent an employee in your place, if they showed up the way you showed up today, would you give you a raise or fire you? Come on. Oh my God, I love the way you showed up and came back with results. Because here's the reality. Everybody in this room is here for their own selfish reasons. You know that it is something that you want and you feel you're gonna get it from this room that's gonna help you be able to generate revenue. This, for some of you, is a combination lock to the ATM machine that unleashes more money. Do you think the way you show, the energy you've given and the way you're showing up so far is energetically attracting the level of wealth you want right now? Come on, be honest with me. You look the way you're looking at me right now. Because here's the reality. Flip the script. Noel, what I know is for some of you, like I see Kavita, what's up? I got Deshonda, what's happening? Many of my clients are in the room, my coaching cousins. What they realize is, this is my last time doing a summit like this. My energy is going to be put into creating summits for my clients. Why? Because the goal now is to build the brand, the marketing, the business system, and create the stage they can stand on. So if I got 110,000 subs on my YouTube, why not let them speak on that stage using the skill that I gave them? So what I want to tell y'all is 387 people in here. We're streaming this on YouTube. There's other people in Facebook. So we had a couple hundred people last note we got. So let's say 500-ish, 600 people. Let's say if this was your room, I want you to show up as not as if you're in the room listening to me, learning from me, but like you're in the room and people are listening and learning from you. Flip the script. Let's pause real quick. Can you picture that? Can you picture that? 600 people, 700 people, 800 people watching you. That's not including those who are not live. They'll watch the replay. Last number we got is 1,700 people signed up for this. Many will watch the replay. So if 1,700 people signed up for this, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that. Does everybody hear me? I want you to think about that. Which means, watch this, you have to become an entrepreneur speaker. This should be everyone's aspiration. This should be everyone's aspiration. Well, you're like, Marcus, I don't know if I want to become that. I don't know what it is. It's a person who speaks for the purpose of growing their brand, their business, and their bank account. Anybody want to do that? You don't want exposure bucks. You don't want to just speak and people clap and say that was so good, but then you watch them pay somebody else. Do you understand? You don't want to pay your own way. You don't want to pay your way to go somewhere to speak and say, well, I'm just getting my reps in. Okay, cool. What about the revenue though? What about the revenue? Entrepreneur speakers understand that there is a strategic skill they have. If you're on a panel, listen to this. If you're on a panel, you're generating leads and credibility that you're getting. Watch this. You're getting people in the audience that are making a decision while you're talking. Oh, who is that? Who just answered that question? They're already following you and making a decision. They want to work with you. Watch this. People backstage are saying, who is that? I got to have them speak on my stage. So the people in the audience are deciding to buy. The people backstage are deciding to hire you. Come here. Does everybody understand this? So who's ready to become an entrepreneur speaker? Last year, we did 218 speaking engagements last year. 218. This year, I'm turning many of them down. Why? Because my goal is not to be traveling speaking all over the place. My goal this year is hyper-focused on creating more entrepreneur speakers. Coach Christian knows this. We have certifications we've established. We're in the process of getting licensed to have our own TEDx stage where only entrepreneur speakers will speak on. Plus, so it's not just certifications, it's building the stages. The opportunities I turned down recently to speak in Switzerland. I want to have a Rolodex of entrepreneur speakers that we give those to. I have no desire, Mars, to fly to Switzerland for $10,000. Why? Because I can make more money doing nothing at home. I run multiple businesses. So if my do nothing money is more than my do something money, I'm going to just say no and do nothing. I'm going to just say no and do nothing. You understand the word? Are y'all hearing what I'm trying to get across to you so far? Who knows that you're ready to become an entrepreneur speaker? This is a skill and an identity. There are specific skills I'll walk you all through that you have to develop for this to happen. Because it's not just motivational speaking that inspires people. It's not, whether we talk about motivational speaking, inspirational speaking, whether we're talking about teaching. Some of you say, I love speaking and I want to speak on, and you list a group of things that doesn't always correlate to money. So you have to figure out there are multiple genres in the speaking space, whether you are training, whether you are speaking, whether you are teaching, whether you are consulting. You can take this show on the road, family, and diversify this in a bunch of ways with different skills. Okay? Follow me so far? Yes, yes? I see smiles. St. Clair, I like your energy. Ooh, you can hang out with me. I see smiles and handshakes. Okay, we're in the right room. I think we set the temperature. So we ready. Now I'm going to warn you. This might feel like a combination between coaching, comedy, and church. You don't know whether to tap your neighbor, close the door, everybody give me $20 or laugh. It's going to be a combination of all of that. all in the same thing. So here's what I want to say to you while we're still warming this up. Last night, for some of you missed the kickoff call. Who was in last night when we did the kickoff? Who was in the room last night? Who was in the room last night? Drop me. So last night, if you missed a lot, because one of the things we dealt with last night is how to become an entrepreneur speaker, but also a million dollar messenger. Because here's the reality. When you are speaking, you are expressing your internal thoughts are now being made public. So I want you to think as if someone took your thoughts and broadcasted it on a screen. So when you create content, you're taking the clarity of your mind and broadcasting it on the internet for perfect strangers to see it. So if you're unclear, the message is unclear, and people have a false picture of you. That's so good. That's so good. When you're on stage, anyone ever heard someone speak on stage and the person, I'm gonna just use church, right? In a church setting, where they keep just beating people up. Y'all ain't getting it. Y'all ain't hearing it. No, we hear it. It's just not good. Oh, y'all ain't say nothing. Well, I can't write notes and say something. All those filler words to be. All right, y'all tired of me. Yeah, we are. We are. I think we are. Can we wrap this up? Because normally, family, the internal thoughts, emotions, and feelings of the speaker gets broadcast in the words of the speaker. So the person that can't articulate a message, a person that cannot 10 toes down, flat-footed, if you have a stance on something, the inability to stand 10 toes down on your stance has very little to do with the skill of communication. It has to do with, watch this, the skill of speaking to you, not speaking to people. Because the first speech is the speech you give to yourself, not the speech you give to people. So last night we dealt with that, and I asked a question. I'm getting into it. Whenever you get ready to drive your life forward towards your dreams, whenever you get ready to drive your life forward towards your dreams, I'm gonna say it again. Whenever you get ready to drive your life forward towards your dreams, there are 3 versions of you that are in the car: the past you, the present you, and the future you. The past you, the present you, the future you. And we asked the question, if right now your dream is to drive from where you are financially to where you want to be, who's driving? Who's driving? What version of you is driving that car today? What version of you is driving that car? If your dream is to get on more stages, that might be some of your dream. Who's driving the car when you negotiate the contract? If your dream is to grow your coaching business, your consulting business, your membership, your client base, what version of you is driving the car? Because Mars, one of the things I'm going to encourage all of you all to do not give people discounts so they can pay somebody else full price. They're going to pay somebody. They're going to pay somebody. Someone sent me a message recently and said, man, we would love to have you. And they said, we can do $10,000 all inclusive. They're basically saying that $10,000 has to include me paying for my own flight, my own hotel. We respectfully declined it. Why? It's not a bargain. It costs what it costs. You don't get to reduce my rate so you can pay for decor and swag bags. You don't get to choose what money don't go in my account so you can keep more in yours. That's not rude, because here's the reality. Watch this, y'all, write this down. When you create, which is what we teach our clients how to do. Y'all with me or no? Are y'all with me or no? When you create, Ellen's with me. Okay. Tammy's with me. Tammy, was good seeing you again. I saw you last night. Kavita, I love your energy. Love it. So O'Brien, check this, family. As it relates to this whole thing. Whenever, this is what we show you how to do. For some of you, you'll get an opportunity to work with me, and I'll show you how to do this. Whenever you create your own stage, they have to pay you more to leave your stage to come on theirs. So the bigger your own stage, the more they have to pay you. So watch this. If I could, in the curse, I have a podcast studio in my basement of my home. So I mean, I got 3 sets, you name it. So if I have over 100,000 people on one of my email lists, if I have text lists, if I got 110,000 subs, if I have multiple stage and opportunity to speak, I speak every day this week. I spoke Monday, I spoke Tuesday, I speak Wednesday, I speak again tonight at 7, speak all day Thursday. Some of y'all know me and Alicia Little's doing something tomorrow night, Thursday night at 7. I speak Friday night, I speak 3 times Saturday, I speak twice on Sunday. Now watch this. If someone asks me to leave my stage to come on their stage, they already know it can't be free. Why? Because people only invite you to do on their stage what they watch you do on your stage. That's how you get selected. And the bigger your stage, the more they got to pay you to leave your stage to come on theirs. Does that make sense? So if you on your stage can produce, watch this. So if I got YouTube videos that are producing 5 figures a week, why would I leave my stage to get on a plane and leave my 3-year-old baby girl and my wife to go somewhere for $5,000? Because if a YouTube video that I filmed 2 years ago is making more money than the current version of me, that doesn't make sense. This is some of the stuff we'll show you how to. Now watch this. Some of you heard that and you thought, let me create YouTube videos. No, it needs to be a system and the skill you use and what you teach in the video. None of this works without skill and system. What goes in the video? How do you say it in the video? What system is behind it that produces revenue, that follows up, that builds the contracts, that get speaking engagements, that get clients? None of this works without skill and system. That's the difference between a speaker and an entrepreneur speaker. That's just my warm up. Are y'all with me so far? Everybody in here, you're like, okay, I get it. That's on my to-do list. I need to be an entrepreneur speaker. I need a skill and a system. You put that on your to-do list. I need all three of those. Let me get a skill, a system, and an entrepreneur speaker. Yeah, make mine fresh. All right. Everybody good so far? Everybody good so far? Mark, what's happening? Okay, we have 442 people in the room. So let's get into the good stuff. But I got to tell you, I got a few gifts. Can I tell you about my gifts that you're gonna get today? We're gonna be talking to each other like this all day. It's a conversation. But Trisha, I got a few gifts. Now this is segmented. So here's how this works, St. Clair. There is a gift I have for everybody in this room and on YouTube and on Facebook. I'll be forgetting about Facebook. There's a gift I got for everybody. We ready? Let's just celebrate it. Everybody in this room is going to be able to receive a gift from us. One condition: you have to be on at the end when we drop the link to make it available, and your screen got to be on. That's my only prerequisite. Screens on for me is like coming in my house with shoes on. So here's why screen on is important to me. It has very little to do with me and more to do with you all. How is it about you? Like, Marcus, how's it about us? Because of the way that I communicate and I don't use PowerPoints and just go slide. It lets me know when to slow down on points because I'm more discerning. I am a communication style speaker. So when I'm teaching something or explaining something, I can see if you're lost or confused and slow down and transition or know when to use the example. So I don't know whether I'm talking over your head if I start talking about brand anchors or if I start talking about brand association. I don't know if you know those terms unless I see you do this or writing. So you being on screen is like us sitting across the table at dinner. I know whether to slow down, speed up, spend more time, etc. So it helps me serve you better. Make sense? All right. So gift number one. Do I need to tell them, Christian, what the gift is going to be or just keep it a surprise? What you think, Coach Christian? Tell them or keep it a surprise.
Surprise.
Okay. So everyone will receive that gift. Now, number two. Now, this one is really good for a few people. A few of you, I'm not sure what that number is, will get an opportunity to work with myself and my team to be able to build your marketing and sales system and develop out your skills. So this is all the way from how you drive traffic, how you generate leads, how you close sales. You'll also get a chance for us to walk you through how to build out your webinar script if you want to use webinars to be able to grow or scale anything, if you want to leverage content. So we'll build out those 2 skills, 2 systems with you, hold your hand and walk you through that. Is that cool? So we're going to make that available today, I think, like right before we go into VIP. Is that all right? That will not be for everybody. Before you ask, is there a fee associated with it? It is, but when you hear what the fee is, you're like, oh, that's pennies. Okay, so I'm always clear. I'm always transparent. I believe in ethics and integrity. So there is a fee associated that's not free. Does that make sense? Is that clear for everyone? Yes, yes? And wait till you see what we decide to do and how we decided to do it. Now, what comes with that? Those people that work with us. You get a chance to be a part of not only mastermind sessions with me, but implementation sessions to build out and craft your signature speeches, your brand speech, how to get on panels from podcasts on down the line. On Thursdays, we do Entrepreneur Speaker Cafe, where you get a chance to speak on stage. So imagine it's 444 people. Imagine being able to practice in a room like this and get feedback and the recordings. Does that make sense? So that's what that looks like. Who like, I already know. I need some of that. Y'all are listening already. So that won't be for everyone because we are somewhat limited on the number of people. Okay. So everyone gets that gift. A few people get that second gift. Everybody with me so far? A few people get that second gift. We'll make that available right before we go to VIP. Cool? And number 3, one person is going to win something that I'm going to do for you today. One person. So everybody gets one gift. A few people get a chance to work with me and my team. And I got one person I'm choosing for this one gift, this brand visibility opportunity. Because I said, if I'm going to teach you how to speak to scale your brand, why not just go on, do a virtual podcast recording with one winner today and upload it on my YouTube as an episode so you can get exposure to it and add the links to your brand in the description of it. Why not do that today? Is that cool? Why not just make that happen? Now, here's what I decided to do. We was going to go live, and I said, nah, y'all ain't finna embarrass me, so we're going to pre-record it. You're not finna embarrass me. Hey, so I had a chance to attend Marcus's class. It's not a class. Oh, my bad. Yeah, so I was a part of Marcus' webinar. It wasn't a webinar. My bad. Okay, pause, breathe, take a second, calm down. So you weren't finna have me out here looking crazy. You're like, yeah, thank you for Marcus for coaching me. They're like, he coached you to do that? You ain't gonna do me like that. Okay. All right. Now that we got that, are we ready? If you're ready, say I'm ready. Today, speaking to grow your brand. Tomorrow we'll be speaking to grow your business. Third day we'll be speaking to grow your bank account. So today is speaking to grow your brand. Does everybody know what we're doing? Speaking to grow your brand. Speaking to grow your brand today. It's going to be action-packed. And if you don't realize, it already has been. Are y'all seeing this already? You're like, my God, what was that? It was just us kicking it. It was just church announcements. That's all it was. Yeah, and on third Sunday, all right. Speaking to grow your brand. Now, here's the way that I'm going to do it today. Here's the way that today's going to flow. I got 2 sessions for you today. This is going to be session 1. The next one after this will be session 2. The way that I have designed this, Lakia, I designed all 3 days like a coaching program. The goal is all 3 days connects. So if it were a coaching program, Mars, this would have been week 1 and week 2. Make sense? Day 2 would have been week 3, week 4, week 5. Day 3 would be week 5, week 6, week 7, and then how VIPs work, it would have added those other days and the implementation in it, moving us to about 10 to 12 weeks worth of it. Because I said, if I'm going to do something, let's really do it. Let's take what we could sell and give it away for free. Now, watch this. Ellen said that's a lot of information. The good part is it won't, well, yes and no. But I'm not a big on information because I think adult learners don't need that. You can go to AI for information. You can't go to AI for skill and for system. What sequence to do it in, how to do it, when to do it. So my goal is to ensure, family, that we have not just things that we know, but things we can do. Does that make sense for everyone? Not just things we know, but things that we can do. Okay? In behavior psychology, it is known as the knowing and doing gap. We got to close that gap in order to get paid. Okay? So here's how it's going to flow. Here's how it's going to flow today. Remember, this is a coaching program, so you miss anything, you miss a lot. Hey, what did I miss? We're not going to recap you in the chat, okay? All right. Here's how today's going to go. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and I'm going to answer them for you. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and I'm going to answer them for you. I'm going to ask you how many. Well, actually, I'm going to answer 4. You got to answer 1. Let's do it that way. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions. I'm going to answer 4. You got to answer 1. I'm going to ask you how many questions? There you go. 5. There you go, Coach Faye. 5. I'm going to answer how many of them? 4. And how many you got to answer? 1. Now pause right here. I am going to teach you how I'm doing what I'm doing while I'm doing it. This is what most people won't do. If I am an entrepreneur speaker and I speak for the purpose of growing brand, business, and bank account, and it is not information, it's a skill and you're going to see it, that I just did, can I explain to you what it's called? Can I explain to you what it's called? I teach this to my clients, my cousins. That's an anticipation hook. What are you anticipating over the next 2 sessions? Me to ask you how many questions? Me to answer how many questions? And you got to answer how many? So now there's a call and response, and there's an outline of anticipation, but it's not filled because you don't know what goes in it. That's what you need for a person to give you their attention, anticipation. If there is no anticipation, people mentally check out. Now watch what happens. If a person leaves the room when they know there's 5 questions, what do they feel when they come back? Like they missed something. Most of your speeches does not create any anticipation of why a person should give you their undivided attention and hold their pee. Girl, I can't right now. Bruh, I can't right now. I hope they go on break. I got to pee so bad. What would make a person sit in their seat and say, I can't get up right now? What would make a person ignore their phone while other people are speaking? Watch this. Most of the time while people are speaking, people are distracted with their phone. But because most people lack skill, they don't know how to pay for the attention of the audience. This is not information. This is skill. We show our clients over 20 different style hooks. Why is it over 20? Because some of you say, oh, I got that anticipation hook. It's based on who's in the audience because each audience has different attention levers you have to pull. So you have to learn what skill creates feedback loops so you can figure out which one to use. Is that not a skill too? When I spoke at InvestFest, it's 25,000 people in the room. How do you hold the attention of 25,000 people? How do you even connect with the room? That can't be, I just want to talk about my stuff. No, because they don't know you and they don't care. So how do you build connection? How do you capture the attention of people? Now, are y'all okay with me pausing before I get into it and telling you what I did and how I did that? Isn't it true? Did I not create anticipation for those things? Guess what else I did, O'Brien? I created a mental outline that now I can feel my thoughts inside of your thoughts. I call it mental real estate. That I could visit that in your mind whenever I want to with my words. That's skill. That's skill right there. But it's also a system. So Marcus, why would you tell us what you're doing and not just do it? Because my goal is to help you. For many of you, I'm going to be your coach. I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to do it, get results, come back, and we're going to make tweaks on it. You're going to continue. I got clients that have been with me for 2.5 years. Why? Danielle Brooks has been with me since 2019. If I taught information, would somebody be with me for that long? No, because I don't teach information. Most of my clients average 2 years with me. If the only thing you provide is information, people learn and leave. If you provide skill and system, as the market changes, there's still going to be a need for you. So my goal is to give them, here's what we do for our clients. As soon as they work with us, we immediately move them into a sprint to get a result. Kavita understands we put pressure on them right now. We're in the middle of a 25K and 30-day challenge inside of Entrepreneur Speaker Mastermind. Now, here's the good part. Nobody loses because even those that don't make 25K, guess what they did? Doubled their brand visibility, got more leads. So now next month, I can show them how to optimize the leads. Now, I think the leader right now is at $8,600. Person in last place might be at $700, but guess what? It's $700 using what I told them to do. Every week, I tell them specifically what to do to generate traffic, leads, and sales, leveraging speaking. This making sense? Now, is that information, or am I showing them how to leverage a skill to generate revenue? As long as they will need to grow brand business and bank account, I'll be able to help them. All right, y'all bored? What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do? Y'all want to just chill out, watch Netflix? You want to stream Netflix? Y'all want to catch up on Scandal? See if Olivia Pope end up with Fitzgerald? What we gonna do? Well, what we want to do? We want to watch the Tejadas. We want to see what's happening with Tariq. Tariq and Tasha and Monet. What we doing? I'm sorry. Let me not say what we're doing. What are we doing? Let me act like I'm an actual speaker and know the English language. Let me act like I'm pedagogical. All right. Then structure this teaching pedagogical, the art of teaching. Everyone that's going to speak must learn pedagogy. How do you structure learning to make learning stick, not just to teach? All right. Didn't I tell you it's going to be a mix of comedy and coaching? But who can honestly say, I'm learning already? I'm learning already. I'm learning already. You're like, I never even knew this stuff existed. Marcus, you just told me there's hold on, you gave me one. There's 20 of those? Some of y'all think, how do you know when to use which one? Skill. System. You learn how to use the speaking skill to get the feedback from the audience while speaking. They don't even know what's happening. So it tells you which hook to use. It's like a doctor, because the same way the doctor is using the x-ray machine and a scalpel to go inside the body of a person, you're using your words to go inside their mind. How do you know which tool to use? How do you know which talking point to use? You finna hurt somebody. You're using motivation when the person don't need motivation. You around here saying, the problem with some of y'all, the problem with some of y'all, the problem with some of y'all. So you're talking down to them, calling them up to a level they're already at. It's the perfect message for people that can't pay you. Listen to me, Deshonda. Whenever I see a person talk down to people, watch this. What type of person lets you talk to them like that and they shout back at you and say, tell us, ooh, it's tight, but it's right? People who are not where you're telling them they could go. And here's what's wrong with the speech. If the speech tells me what's wrong with me, but doesn't tell me how to fix it, you should be sued for malpractice because you made me aware of something without showing me how to fix it. Problem with some of y'all, you're lazy. Okay, so you have nothing in the message that tells me how to stop being lazy. Some of y'all dig the education and learn the execution. By the way, if you hear that, call it out. That belongs to me. It's in my first book. But it's underneath behavior psychology that teaches how a person is able to increase the gap between education, execution, and examination. So you can't just give me a quote without giving me substance. All right, I went way too long on that. I got 19 minutes. Can we cook? So I said that I was going to ask y'all 3 questions and have you answer 1 question, right? You saw what I just did there? Did you see what I just did? Did you like that? Did you see what I just did, O'Brien? You know I knew that I had more than 3 questions. That's called a communication loop, where you throw out communication to loop the audience back in because you're about to go in to teach it. You need everybody to be on the same mental wavelength. That's a communication loop. So if I'm about to ask the questions, I got to re-anchor it since I went off track. That's a communication loop. So I'm going to ask you how many questions, are you going to answer how many questions? Call and response. Now, here's what's dope about this, Mars. This is virtual and you can feel the energy. Can you imagine how this would work if we was in person? Ooh, ain't nobody leaving. Big difference. Question number 1. And this question is rooted from my entrance into becoming an entrepreneurial speaker. It is the beginning of my journey where I was introduced to, I met my first mentor when I was about 14, 15 years old. He was my barber. He later on went and became a person who owned a pharmaceutical, well, he was a partner of pharmaceutical companies. He ended up building and making over 30-something million dollars. So by the time I seen him again, he was driving a Bentley. I'm like, well, you went from barber, driving a Bentley, living in a multi-million-dollar house, $4 million that you bought cash. But we had a relationship. So watch this. He's the one that saw something in me that put me in the environment with people. Mars, it was the first time I'd ever seen somebody get paid to speak. I come from church. You raise an offering. You get a couple of dollars, then they hand you that little bag and say, we can't pay you for the word now, doc. It's the first time I watched somebody from stage speak and walk in the back room and talk, because I was with him, and say they made $1 million. And I'm like, how? What did you sell them folks? Watch them pitch from stage. It changed. I'm from Panama City, Florida. If you could walk into Waffle House and say you want smothered, covered, diced, and chunk, I'm like, you rich. How you get all that? How you order all that on your plate? Some of y'all ghetto. You like smothered, covered, diced, and chunk. You knew onions, tomatoes, chips. Okay. So here, the first question is rooted in my journey. Why? Because if I talk to you without talking to you from a vantage point of what I actually experienced, I can't help you. So everything I'm gonna tell you is not theory. It is stuff I actually experienced. How did I go from $11.37 to not one, not two, but three multi-million-dollar companies? How did I go to, I hate talking about money. I hate talking about money because people hear it wrong. I hate it. I hate talking about money because people hear it wrong. Money is nothing more than a certificate of appreciation for value added. So people tell me thank you by paying me. Okay. And if you help enough people and a lot more people say thank you, you make a whole lot more money. Question number one roots from this. Write this down. My first mentor looked me in my face at 15 years old. We reconnected at about 19-ish, 20-something years old. And he said, he called me king, but I called him coach. He said, you're a millionaire already. I just got to help you become one. Don't miss the wording. You're a millionaire already. I just got to help you become one. Let me switch screens. I've been just looking at O'Brien and Sonia and Dr. Latanya and Lionel and Google Pixel. I got to switch screens real quick and see some other people. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Lynetta. Hey, Nuria. Hey, Shara. Hey, Latasha Randall. How you doing, Katina? All right. Randy, wake up. Wake up, Randy. Come on. Don't miss out on the good stuff. This is good, Randy. Okay. So, Delano. He said, you're a millionaire already. I just got to help you become one. Let's pause in that statement because what he was to me, I want to be to someone else. I'm going to say to you, you're a millionaire already. I just got to help you become one. Now, at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, it sounds like a church colloquialism or some antic. It made no sense to me at that age. Heck, you mean millionaire already? I gotta help you become one. So I asked him, he said, you got all the potential and the makings of someone that can become a millionaire. He said, man, when I look at your skill set, your gift, he said, you're a natural born leader. He said, I watched you be captain of your basketball team at 14 years old where you were leading grown men. I graduated high school when I was 16 years old. He said, seeing how you process information, how you move, seeing I was already somewhat entrepreneurial. He said, bro, you got a natural gift of networking, connection, relationship building, high retention, high output. He said, so you got all the makings of a millionaire. He said, but you got the mindset and the work ethic of somebody that's trying to stop it from happening. Listen to me. He said, you got the mindset and the work ethic that's trying to stop it from happening. I'm like, what you mean? He said, you lazy. He told me straight up and down. He said, you lazy. He said, I watch. You're never on time for anything. He said, even if you make a barber appointment, when you used to make a barber appointment with me, you're never on time for it. He said, I watch. You'll tell me you're going to call me. You don't keep your word. Oh, I'll call you right back. You don't call back. He said, you told me about stuff you was going to start, do, the nonprofit you're going to do and haven't done yet. He said, your issue is you want to get paid for work you haven't done yet. So in your head, you picture the success of it, but you haven't began to work yet. You're a millionaire already. I just got to help you become one. Now, here's what I affectionately now coin it, and I got to move fast now. I call it an expert announcer, Octavia. It is a person who has become an expert at announcing what they're about to do. And all the satisfaction and joy that they get is from telling people what they're about to do. That's an expert at announcing things that never come. You know I'm about to write that book. You know I'm about to launch my podcast. You know I'm about to start my coaching business. Hey, you know I'm in the middle of transitioning. You know I'm about to grow my brand. You know I'm working on my apparel company. You know I'm working on expert announcer. It is a person who gets joy out of talking about what they're about to do. But here's the issue. Here's the issue. Intentions are a liar until actions make them true. So it don't matter what you intend to do unless your actions show up and go to work. But the average person who is an expert announcer consistently educates themselves on what they want to do while making excuses on why the executor can't come out to play. There's a version of you that has to keep your word to you. So the educator writes a to-do list. The executor does it. It don't matter if you keep learning if you don't do it. Yeah, I'm trying to watch people webinar to see how to structure mine. Guess what? All the stuff that makes it work is the things that you don't see. So you sitting in them rooms, for some of you, this is your 10th summit, this is your 8th webinar, your 8th workshop, your 919. You're like, what you doing today? Oh, I'm celebrating my 100th summit. Congratulations, girl. Active learner. Okay. I'm a lifelong student. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Back to the regularly scheduled program. You're a millionaire already. I just got to help you become one. And here's, Marcus, you told us that whole story. But what's the question you want to ask us? The question I asked him. Does everybody see what you just did? If you don't, put a pause in it. Let me explain to you what I did, Natasha. I don't start speeches by telling you my backstory. I include the story in the speech. Most people start speeches, so a little about me, and you disconnect from the audience. I'm not going to watch 12 slides where you tell me your accolades. This is too good. I should have charged y'all for this. You know what? Hang up the whole Zoom and send an invoice to everybody. Team, tell them to give me $20. Cash App. Hey, y'all. I'm going to just tell you my love language. My love language is credit card, Cash App, Zelle, wire transfer, cash. Just show me all my love languages, okay? Give it to me. Give me some love. Okay. Y'all just meeting me, but you realize I'm crazy. I like to have a little fun. Anybody, welcome home. You like, I'm your people. I'm your people. I got 12 minutes to get through this. Good God, I'm not going to be able to do all this today. Okay. We ready? Tuck, I'm going to do my break at 1:30. At 1:30. At 1:30. Team, 1:30 is my break. Okay. Question number one. Hold on. Reverse engineer. You're a millionaire already. I just got to help you become one. But I also got to ask y'all, what, 2, 3, how many questions? 5. And I'm going to answer 4. Question number 1 is the question I asked him. So if you tell me that I got all the potential, all the makings, but I got the work ethic and the mindset of somebody who's trying to stop it from happening, here's the question I asked him, Sequoia. What do I need to do? Question number 1, what do I need to do? 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 Now, Krisha, I know you're tracking with me because I know you. That's my partner in success. You know what I need with every question. You with me, right? Krisha, Jaretta, y'all with me on this. You know what I need with these questions. Okay? Make sure we track. Make sure we got them written down because we're going to circle the block on these, and I'm going to need my cousins to be able to answer these. Thank you, team. I love y'all to life. Angel, Misty, I know y'all all in here. G, let's make sure we're ready for this. Okay, question number 1. What do I need to do? Now, here's what he said to me. He said, you become a millionaire in 3 phases. I said, cool. Delano, what are they? He said, I'm not going to answer them. I'm going to continue to do life with you. And as it happens, I'll let you know when you pass the test. I'm like, what in the Mr. Miyagi Daniel-san wax off sand the fence is going on? Sand the fence, Daniel-san. Wax off, like, just answer the question, bro. What in the Mr. Miyagi, like, why you gotta, because here's why it pissed me off, Miss Patricia, because I don't know when I'm gonna get the answer. I said, how long did it normally take for this? You're like, some people get it right away. Some people's over time. He's like, but you'll learn it better through experience where he said, I'm gonna challenge you. You won't know why I'm challenging you in this way, but it will be the answer to it. And I'll break down to you. He said, what? Here's why. He was a Jim Rohn guy. He said, because it's not about you doing something. It's about you becoming someone. He's like, so if I tell you you're just going to do the thing, I want you to actually become that person and graduate, watch this, to the next version of yourself. Here's the first one. And I can give it to y'all now because I passed all 3 tests. I say, Nefesh Daniel-san. Congratulations. Okay. Watch this. Number 1. He said, you become it in your belief. Now, I got to back this thing up and show you what I mean and show you what he did. And I'm going to do it fast. First place you become millionaires in your belief. Now that sounds so motivational to me, and I'm a pragmatist. So I get pissed off when somebody tell me something like decision making or in your belief. Here's what he did, Lionel. My man, he said, Marcus, what do you want to do? I said, honestly, I want to speak, and I love it. I feel like when I talk, people listen. I've been talking about I want to write a book for a long time. I can see myself traveling, speaking. Now here was my real reason. I just got to be honest. I felt like it was the closest thing to being a rock star. You get to travel the world. They pay for your flight. They pay for your hotel. They pay you to be on stage. When you get off stage, people ask to take pictures. I said, my God, that's the closest thing to being a rapper. I get to travel the world, wear a nice suit, get on stage. They're going to call me Mr. Rozier. I was so insecure, I felt like it would make me feel like somebody. So I didn't really want it to help the people. I pictured what it would make me feel. That's where I was at the time. So here's what he did. Go fast. O'Brien, he said, okay, I got you. He said, I got to be in LA for some business and for Vegas. I'm going to bring you to both. And there's actually a conference going on. I'll take you to the conference. I'll even take you backstage. So one of them was like Lisa Nichols and you named Jim Malachek and a bunch of other people like early stage. This like 2015, y'all, 2016. This over a decade ago. You hear me? Might have even been before that. He sends me the link, Ellen, and he sends me the link to it. And he said, sign up for this and meet me in LA, and then we'll also go to Vegas. I saw the link. I looked at it. I went ghost, and he said, hey, King, did you sign up? It's coming up. I said, hey, Coach, you got a second so I can call you. I called him. I was like, hey, did you see the price? He said, yeah, it's $2,500. I was like, yeah, it's $2,500. Can you help me out with it? Best thing he ever told me. Write this down. He said, King, you said you want to be a speaker, right? I said, yeah. The next level don't give loans. Oh, Jesus. The next level don't give loans. The next level. He said, yo, you're trying to eat at that level with the big, you're trying to be invited to the table with the big boys without paying. That thing changed my life, y'all. Now, I won't bore you with the details. But let me wrap up the belief piece on this, Mars. I fly my butt to LA. I pull out a credit card and pay the money for the ticket. I paid $2,500 and fly there on the ticket. Now, I'm going to just keep it real because I don't cap. Ain't no cap in my rap. I called my homeboy that worked for Delta and got a buddy pass in order to fly to LA. I did not pay for that flight. I was sitting in that airport. In a second, we're going to clear our standbys. Number 27, I'm sitting there praying people miss their flight. Jesus, in the name of Jesus, I pray that no weapon formed against me, that some family, I had to pray like Sinead, may some family miss their flight, and may I get on the plane, and don't let me. Listen to me. Wrap up the story, Marcus, because they bored. I got on the plane. I go to the event. It changed my life. Why? Because I'm not just in the audience, I'm backstage, so I get to hear the speakers talk about what they're doing. I get to go up to the penthouse suite because I'm with him. I get a chance to go to dinner. I get a chance to ask questions. I'm hearing how much money they're making. I'm hearing a guy talking about how he had a consulting business. And I'm like, how you do a consulting business? He's like, well, from speaking, I work with corporations. He says, so I contract them $1 million a year with Prudential Life and with this company. So I'm getting exposed to something I would have never known. Would have never known this world existed. And he looks, so when I get ready to leave, he said, come to my suite before you leave, King. I go up to his suite. He hands me an envelope. Guess how much money in the envelope? $2,500. And I said, what, why? He laughed. Congratulations, King. You passed the first test. I said, what? Oh, what? How? He said, the first place you become a millionaire is in your belief. I wanted to see if you believed in yourself and your future more than you trusted money. He said, until you see your future is more valuable than the money that you currently have that already ain't enough, you can't become a millionaire. And he started teaching me this lesson, Delano. He said, every millionaire bet on themselves before they ask people to invest in them. Every millionaire was willing to bet on their future, bet on their self. Why? Because there was a belief that they had that I'm worth it. Before you hit any stage, there's a belief you got to have that I'm worth it. Before you send a proposal, there's a belief that you got to have that I'm worth it. Before you say yes, before you say no. Watch this, Noel. Most people don't live. Watch this. Most people don't live where they want to live. They apply to a bunch of places, and whatever accepts them, they say yes. Most people didn't go to the school they wanted to go to. They applied to a bunch of schools, and whichever one said yes. Most people don't work the job they want to work. They apply to a bunch of jobs, and whatever say yes. Most people don't even date who they want to date. They date who their confidence can afford. We're so used to not choosing ourselves. We're used to applying and waiting on somebody to say yes. I'm telling you that there's a belief that a speaker has to have that everybody in the room needs to hear what I got to say. If you don't have that, you're going to talk yourself out of it. You won't say what you need to say in the way you need to say it. Energetically, you are pushing out and expressing to people what you think about you, what you feel about you. You become it first in your belief. Here's my question to you. Is the future you worth you investing your money in you? Watch this. Watch this, Ellen. Because the car we drive, the laptop we have, the phone we have is an investment in our past because we won't keep those devices forever. The only person we're cheap with is the future us. Did y'all catch it? The only person we cheat with is the version of us we see ourselves becoming. And it's true. I was driving a Cadillac Escalade, but wasn't willing to pay $2,500 to be in a room with speakers. Tell me that ain't toxic. So question number one, what do I need to do? Here's where we got to be honest. It is the speech before the speech. Everyone in this room, Marcus, make it make sense if you're going to answer the question, because this is going to deal with, when we talk about brand, an assessment of value. If the first time you hear your price is when you ask people to pay it, anything they say will actually make you start doubting yourself. I'm going to say it again. The first time you hear your price is when you ask people to pay it. Whatever they say will start impacting how you think about it. Here's what I mean. You must hear your price, believe in your price before you ever give it to people. So here's the reality. I used to do a money mindset statement. People happily pay me $25,000 or more to speak. That was my money mindset statement. People happily pay me $25,000 or more to speak. Companies happily pay me 6 figures or more to consult them. So I said it so much to me. Now, when you hear that, you're like, ain't nobody happily paying $25,000. That's a belief problem. I know people who pay $300,000 and take a video and celebrate buying a Lamborghini. I own one. So I get it. So that means I happily paid a company, because Lamborghini is a company, $300,000. There are people who happily pay an amount and they actually post it and brag about what they paid. Now imagine somebody doing that for you. When you hear somebody happily paying money and you think it won't happen, it's because of how you feel about money. And until that breaks, any number that you think is a lot for you to pay is a lot for somebody to pay you. So if I say 5,000 and you say that's a lot, but you want to make 5,000, it's the same number. Marcus, what does that have to do with speaking? Everything. Because you cannot energetically push out the word. My favorite speaker in the world says this: the words that I speak, they are spirit and they are life. That's Jesus. It's not just words. The spirit of the word changes a person, and it is life to a person. It either gives them life or kills them. Y'all, when I'm talking about speaking, I'm telling you, okay, I feel that thing on me. I feel like going to church. Put me in B flat. Put me in the key off on the organ. Katina, what we're talking about today, this is why I can't go into brand until I deal with this, is such a powerful tool. Please hear this. Speaking is so powerful, y'all. Do y'all want this or not? Natasha, Graham, can I share this with them? Latreia, can I share this with them? Speaking is so powerful, Latanya, that of all the careers, let me word it this way. Speaking is so powerful that when God got ready to save humanity, of all the careers he could have made Jesus do, he made him stop being a carpenter and made him a speaker. I want to save the whole world. I want to save all billions of people, past, present, and future. Should I be a fisherman? No. Should I be a mechanic? No. Should I be an architecture? No. So now, Jesus, stop being a carpenter and start being a speaker, because that's the way you change lives. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is more than just a microphone. This is more than just a message. This is more than you getting paid. This is more than just you speaking. This is you giving life to people. This is you helping people see what they can do, become, or have. You are changing lives with this. But the first speech that you're going to ever give is the speech you give to yourself. Write this down, everybody. Let's go fast. What's the first speech you got to give yourself? Them questions you got to answer. What would this cost me? Time, decisions, money, sacrifice. It ain't free, it ain't cheap. Will it work for me? Don't ask me that, ask yourself. Don't nothing work like work. Hey, what's the strategy for getting booked? Work. What's the strategy for growing? Work. Don't nothing work like work. What does work for me? Some of you are asking that. Is it too late? Some of you are asking that. Is it saturated? There is no such thing as saturated. Why? Why is there no such thing as being saturated? Shout out to my mentor. He said, when on your level until the next level comes calling. If you're good at anything, he said, if you're great at anything, greatness can't be hidden. There's always an abundance of people bad at something in the industry. So it can't be oversaturation. It's a lot of people doing something, but they ain't doing it like you. They ain't doing it like you. Watch this. Let's go fast with these questions. Should I do it now or later? That question is yours. You want the results now. Should you wait or should you do it now? Should you do it now? Later? These are all questions built into the belief of the speaker. Will this work for me? Yes, it will. Will it cost me? Yes, it will. Just go ahead and make up in your mind, yes, it will. Yes, it will. And it should. Why? Because you reap what you sow and you reap what you are. So watch this. People buy from you the way you buy from other people. People treat you the way you treat other people. Slow to pay, slow to get paid. Slow to buy, slow for other people to buy. Make sense? Let's go fast. What makes this different? We got to answer that. What makes this time different? Y'all have been in several rooms several times. This is not your first rodeo. What make this week different? It will be different because you're different. That's up to you. What makes this week different? What makes this week different? Your life does not change because the week, the day, or the year change. Your life changes because you change. Because you change, because you decide, I'm not leaving this week. Who can be honest and say, even what you're hearing right now, you feel different in this space? You're like, bro, I'm seeing, you feel different. You can feel, I came today for a very specific reason. I'm about to take my break, and then we're going to go into this dope part about brand building. But this session was too important to skip over, okay? Which means I was supposed to answer 3 questions in this session and 2 in the second one, which means I got 4 questions left in session 2, okay? I feel different. I feel different. What are we going to do with that? What are we going to do with that? We're just going to go back to life as usual. We're going to play Life Monopoly, circle the year, collect birthdays and paychecks. No. What are we going to do different this week, cousins? What are we doing different this week, cousins? Holler at me in the chat. What are we doing different this week? I'll see execution. I see action. We're moving. We're moving. We're speaking. I love it. 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 All right. I gotta wrap the story up because I'm gonna be mad if I don't. Because I told y'all I got a couple anchors. I got a couple open loops. Mars Bishop, I got 3 open loops right now. I'm never lost, Ellen. Open loop number 1 is I told you I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. I'm gonna answer 4. Open loop number 2 is you become a millionaire in 3 phases. I only gave you 1. We got open loops. They're just dangling in the room that we can mentally close the tabs because we only dealt with belief. Does this make sense? So I'm going to close off the ways that we do it. I'm going to specifically give us a call to action of something that I want every one of us to do. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break where my team's going to come on and do something for us really quick. Tucker, come on. Right after that, we go into this strategic process on how we build out how we use speaking to build and scale brand. That's where we go into the tactical stuff of it. Does that make sense? Okay. Now that you know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, let's reverse. Let's get right back in story mode. We ready? Y'all ever had somebody show you how to do what they do? You're like, hold on. And this Negro ain't using damn PowerPoint. This skill. Okay. Congratulations, King. You passed the first test. That's what he said to me. I wanted to see if you believed in yourself and your future more than money. And he started talking to me about how the average person never makes an investment in their future. Okay. Right after that, I leave. I get on the plane. I fly back home. And he stopped answering my phone calls. I would call, I would text Felicia, Patricia, he'd say nothing. He wouldn't respond. He then invites me to Houston, Texas, where he lived. I go to Houston, I'm antsy, I'm uncomfortable, it's awkward. Why? Because you have not talked to me, answered nothing since that moment. So guess what I'm doing in my head? Did I do something? Did I say something? Imagine what's happening in your head and in your heart when a person who helped you, who just did, I'm like, was he mad he gave me the $2,500? Imagine the narratives I'm creating in my head and in my heart. Imagine the narratives I'm creating in my head and my heart. It's such a good thing because that's the same narrative that's going to happen when you're on stage. I wonder are they listening to me? I wonder are they bored? I wonder should I hurry up with this? I wonder if this, and it's going to impact the way that you speak. All of the things you deal with personally doesn't disappear when you do a presentation. All your personality traits doesn't stop when you start doing presentations. Watch this. The version of you that waits to the last minute, how do you do? Let's use this week, y'all. This week alone, I'm speaking, Jesus, I've lost track. But all 7 days this week, I can't remember how many speeches. Could I wait to the last minute to do this? No. Which means the way I manage my time and manage my schedule shows up in the way that I present. Because you're only as clear on stage as you are in your mind. So how much quiet time? How many times did I say, baby girl, daddy will come up in a second, give me a minute. How many other parts? Remember, this ain't my only business. I run 3 of them. How many decisions did I not make? How many things did I not do? Okay, move on. So at the end of me being in Houston, here we go fast. I called, hey, I asked him to come in for a second. I was like, hey, did I do something to you? Notice that I call you, text, you don't say nothing, like you don't respond. Like, I just want to ask, are we good? That man looked me right in my face and said, congratulations, King, you passed the second test. Now, I'm really confused now. Here's what he was explaining to me. Here's the 2 points. He said, I'm testing you because there's going to be a deal you need to be pushed through, and I wanted to see you, will you pursue the opportunity? What you need, you will have to pursue. He was teaching, and it's true, Lynetta, what he's showing me is, what if you need a contract to go through? You're going to call one time and say, I ain't following up with them. He said, what if there's a relationship you need to build? What you going to say? I ain't going to kiss their butt. He said, watch this. Watch this, family. He's telling me, Coach Faith, he's telling me, Lakia, the people that you need don't need you. Normally, if you need a mentor, he's busy. The people you need don't need you. They might not call you back. So if you're not emotionally intelligent enough to pursue the relationships you need, the opportunities you need, the contracts you need, some of us sent proposals, they ghost us, we said nothing. Well, I don't want to look desperate. Too much of you is getting in the way of your business. And if you and your business was the same, why would you have a social security number and your business have an EIN? Even the state know that y'all ain't the same. Only you don't. You're getting in the way of your profits. Well, okay, wait, well, how much should I charge? Well, shoot, if I charge $5,000, they say no. Some of y'all afraid to send the proposal because you're afraid that they're gonna ghost you and not pay you. Like, is that too much? That's you getting in the way. You become it in your behavior. The last place you become it is in your bank account. And we take a break right here at 1:31. Is in your bank account. Now here's how this works. Here's how this works.
5 more minutes. 5 more.
Oh, I got 5 more?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Here's how you become it. Here's how you become it in your bank account. Now here's what he taught me in this. He said, King, watch this. This is not his quote. Let me make sure I wrote it down. Hold on, so I don't mess it up because it's Benjamin Franklin's. He said, where is it at? Oh, in your bank account. There it is. He said, if you pour your bank account into yourself, you'll be able to fill your bank account again. Benjamin Franklin said it, but he reworded it. So he's talking about whenever you have money, he was like, normally people don't build a brand because they don't invest in the brand. So the way you become it in your bank account, he's saying, when you get ready to do business, when you get ready to get booked to speak, and I don't want to keep using the term book to speak because I don't even think that should be the primary focus of business owners, because a pandemic could wipe your business out. I think that you should own your business. I think that you should own your space. I think you shouldn't wait on permission. This is what we'll go into in session 2, like how to create and own your own stage. But however, whenever people are making decisions and opportunities, some of you, even if it's who you're going to pay to work with, right? You're going to look that person up and you're going to try to get a gist of what does their brand say without them talking to you. It's not what they say on the sales call. It's not what they say in the webinar. It's, watch this, it's the unspoken speech. It is what do you say without saying anything? That's the essence of a brand. Are y'all catching this? It is, what does your brand say without you saying it? What does your brand say in a person's mind? This deals with positioning. I'm going to deal with this in the next one. Does it make sense, Ellen? What does your brand say? What is it speaking and saying to people when they check you out? Watch this. That mentally makes the decision for them in advance. We'll give examples of this. We'll show you, and we're even going to do an in-room audit for us to figure out what location we're in. Now, if there is no consistent time, money, skill, investment in a brand, it could be saying the wrong thing. Are you following? It could be saying the wrong thing. An investment in my health speaks to discipline without me speaking to discipline. When people see me work out every day at about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, middle of the day, it says freedom without me saying freedom. When people see me go and golf, when people know that every Wednesday I take a break in the middle of my week as my wellness day, it says he owns all his time. I don't work in the month of December. I only work January through November. It says that he makes enough money to take an entire month off, and he has enough systems in his business and staff. It says he's not a solopreneur without me saying it. Right now, there's social media posts going up on my social media. There's YouTube going on. There's emails going on. This is one business. The other businesses are still running. So what I'm saying to you all is, what does your brand tell someone? Because that's going to tell them how much to pay you. If you're making no time investment of actually strategically thinking through it and creating, and you're making no monetary investment into your brand, what you're doing is asking people to make an investment in you and your brand without you making it. There must be an investment in your brand. Does that make sense for everyone? Does that make sense for everyone? Yes, yes? Okay. Question 2, Tuck, I'm going to hand it to you. They told me I have 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get through question 2. Question 1, do y'all remember question 1? What do I need to do? You have to become a millionaire in your belief and in your behaviors. Pursue the opportunities you need. Belief-wise, the speech happens internally before it happens externally. Bank account wise, there must be an investment in the platform, the brand that you want people to pay. Does it make sense for everyone? Question number 2, we end with this very brief story. It was a colleague that I recently ran into, and we spoke on the same stage. Here's question number 2. I'll float it to you, and then I'll tell you how the question came to be. What am I doing wrong? Question number 1, what do I need to do? Question number 2, what am I doing wrong? I won't have time to teach it. I won't have time to talk about mistakes. I ran out of time. But me and a gentleman early in my career, he was further along than me. And we were speaking at the same place, Delano. I was getting paid, I want to say like $1,500 or $2,000. I found out that he was getting like $15,000 plus per diem, where they paid him a fee per day to cover food, etc. He had a driver. He had not 1, but 2 first-class tickets for him and his videographer. Like, it was just a whole, they laid him out. Even when we got back to the hotel, I noticed he going up to the suite, like he had it, right? And they wasn't even covering my ride, so I rode with him and his team. But here's my point. I asked him, I said, that question. Notice how every question stems from the beginning stages of my speaking career. This is the second part. I asked, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And he said, Marcus, you're hoping for an opportunity to speak. He says, so for you, you're just happy with the opportunity. So whatever they would have offered you, you would have said yes. He says, so you're trying to speak. I own a speaking business. You're trying to get on stage and speak. I own a speaking business. Big difference. Big difference. That was my, I'm giving y'all stuff to change my life before we get into these other elements. This was a decade ago, and I recently saw him again now, and my the tables have turned. We spoke at the same, and the tables have turned. He said, you think that speaking is the opportunity. I use speaking to create the opportunities. Come here. This man had merchandise. He had books. He had coaching programs. He did seminars year round. He had an accelerated program. He had all these different things. So he got paid to speak, but he said, man, when I walk out of here, they paid me whatever these thousands of dollars is. He said, this is probably about a 6-figure speaking engagement. I said, how? He said, because I'm gonna make more money off the people in the seats than the person who booked me. He said, speaking is listen to this, y'all. This is the game changer. He said, I own a speaking business. Do you see the difference? Watch this, Felicia. Speaking is the service I provide within my business. He saw it as a service, and they were hiring him and his company to provide a service. He didn't see it as an opportunity. He saw it as something that his business sold. Now, how different is that when now he realized I am building a brand and marketing me and marketing the service of speaking that is associated with a fee and several other things. So if you buy a cell phone, family, you could also sell insurance on the cell phone. You can also sell a subscription on the cell phone. You can also sell service on the cell phone. That's how he saw speaking. Building an entire product model surrounding it. So watch this. I didn't think of it then, but now I get that's entrepreneur speaking. It is where I own a business, entrepreneur, and I leverage speaking that grows brand visibility, opportunities. It grows business revenue, and it grows sales. Does that make sense for everybody? Now, I've asked you 2 questions and I've answered them. I'm going to take my break, and when we come back, who's ready to figure out how to build your brand? Was session 1 good for you? Tuck, you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Thank you so much for
No problem.
holding it down, y'all. Has this been good so far? We not done. Everybody type, we not done. I just got to give our boy a water break. You know, he's sizzling right now. We got to get him a water break for a second. So we're gonna give Marcus a water break. We're not done. Don't leave just yet. He's gonna take a water break, and he's gonna be back here in 3 minutes. All right. So 3 minutes. Marcus Y. Rozier will be back on stage for part two. Y'all. Let me know in the chat, what's been your biggest takeaway so far? What's been your biggest aha moment so far that you've had? Let me know in the chat what that is at this moment. Let me know in the chat, what's been your biggest takeaway? Let me shout some people out. Investing in me, own your business. It all starts with your belief. I am the product, Patricia says. Who else? Investing in yourself. Jesus was a carpenter and now then a speaker. I love it. Jesus stopped being a carpenter, became a speaker. I love it. That was a big takeaway for a lot of y'all. Let's go. I am worth it. Man, this is amazing. So this is just a reminder. We have some new faces in the room. This is what we're going to be doing for the next 2 days after this. So we got today, Thursday, and Friday. We are doing the Scale with Speaking Summit. If you haven't officially registered, because maybe you got a link from a friend or a link from one of our partners or one of our friends, make sure you go to scalewithspeakingsummit.com to officially register so that you get the notifications, because we're going live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. All right. So make sure, click the link. It's free to register for this event, y'all. Isn't it crazy? You're getting this amount of information for no cost, y'all. Marcus told the team, he's like, I don't think I'm going to be doing another one of these again in the future, because they're so valuable and there's so much action packed inside of it. So click that link in the chat to officially register and to get your free seat if you haven't done so yet. But I do see a lot of people that have upgraded to VIP and have gotten the replay. So shout out to you all. I want to take a second to shout out Natasha, Janaea, Nathaniel, Angela, Janice. I love seeing you guys work on that. So if you haven't gotten the replays yet and you haven't upgraded to VIP, great news. There's time to do it now. You can get VIP. Click the link that's in the chat. The team's dropping VIP right now, and you get lifetime access to these entire calls, plus 3 sessions with guest and Marcus. So we have today's a Q&A with Marcus. We have tomorrow a guest VIP session with 7 Buffins on how to grow on social, with speaking on social. And then I have on Friday a training on how to grow your business with virtual events. So only $49 to upgrade. Go ahead and do that right now. But while y'all are upgrading, can I do one more giveaway? Can I do one more giveaway real quick? Can we do that? You guys cool if we do one more giveaway? Let me do it for somebody who's here. This is what I want you to do. This is your assignment. So Coach Christian, I need your help. I need y'all to go take a selfie from wherever you're tuning in right now. Take a selfie. I want you to tag Marcus on Instagram. All right. So Hill, Melinda, John, take a selfie or take a picture of your screen. Let me see if I can put Marcus on the screen with me. Let's do this. Marcus, I'm putting you on the screen with me. I'm going to actually take myself off. I want you to smile, Marcus. Smile. Everybody take a picture with Marcus real quick. Everybody take a picture with Marcus. Tag him on Instagram for a chance to win some cash or a gift card. I'm going to figure out. So let's just freeze for 30 seconds here. Marcus, you got a beautiful face, brother. I appreciate you for being a model for a minute. So everybody just take a picture, take a selfie of Marcus real quick. Take a screenshot if you're on your phone. I love it. I see y'all doing it. This is amazing. Great work. All right, and then go tag him. So team, can we drop Marcus's Instagram in the chat? There we go. They're doing it right now. Thank you, Marcus. You guys can drop the Instagram in the chat. Click that link. Go follow Marcus and tag him to let us know you're tuned in. I'm going to be picking somebody, Marcus, at the very end of today to win something valuable. All right. So make sure that you all go ahead and do that real quick. And Coach, can you send me the winner in just a little bit, like 5 or 10 minutes? Send me the winner and I'll announce that. But real quick, just a reminder for some of you all that are in here. I want to make sure we're all on the same page before Marcus comes up to lead the rest of the sessions. This information that you're seeing, I want to make sure General Mission knows, because I keep getting DMs. If you have a free ticket, the replays are not available. All right, I just want to be clear, because I see some of y'all multitasking, you're messaging me. Be very, very clear. The replays are only for people who upgrade and do the $49 VIP upgrade. Okay, so like Devin just got the VIP. Tequila Jones, Latanya just got them. Shout out to you all. So I'm just being very clear. All right. So team is going to drop the link in the chat one more time for VIP. Make sure that you all go upgrade right here, right now. All right. Go upgrade real quick. All right. So with that being said, though, we're going to go ahead and we are going to proceed to part 2. I wanted to make sure you all knew how to take a part of this last giveaway we're doing. And for one person who stays to the very end, I got a big surprise. I got a big surprise for somebody who's here with their camera on at the very, very end of the day. So make sure you stay in the room. We got 2 giveaways we're doing at the very end. We got the cash giveaway that we're going to do for somebody who tags Marcus on Instagram, and maybe give away an iPad or some Meta glasses. What do you guys think? You guys think I should? I like spending Marcus's money. So with that being said, I'm going to pass this back over to Marcus. So Marcus, let's go ahead and start part 2. And I'll be back up at the end to go over announcements and do the last giveaways. All right. Thank you, guys.
Can everybody hear me all right? Let me know yes if you can hear me, if you can hear me, if you can hear me. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. I heard one person say yes. I see yes in the chat. Perfect. All right. Session 1, family, one of the most important things we were going to, we asked and answered 2 questions. So one of the questions was, what should I be doing? And the second question is, what am I doing wrong? And we made a quick pivot. We were able to see for many of you all that you are sitting around waiting and seeing invited on panel, podcast, stage as the opportunity. No, it's what you use to create opportunities. So you have to actually own a business, and from the business be able to leverage the speaking opportunity to be able to, in essence, create an extension of that stage. So when Leslie speaks, when she leaves the stage, the speech is only powerful if people want to leave with her to be a part of her world. To follow her is to say, I want to follow you on social and hear more from you. To reach out, to book a call, to get on her calendar, or attend a room is in, they're saying, I didn't just want to hear you in that segment. I want to continue to work with you. Does that make sense? So we have to extend the stage beyond the 40 minutes, the hour, the 2 hours, the 4 hours, the 6 hours, the 8 hours. Is everybody following that? This is a paradigm shift for many of you because that might be what you're doing wrong. The buildup is in, oh my God, I can't wait until I can get on stage. And then when we get on there, we're thinking about, please write this down. We're thinking about what we want to say, not what people need to hear. So there's a lot of, oh, I want to talk about my book. Is that what people need to hear or what you want to say? Oh, I want to tell my story. Is that what they need to hear or what you want to say? And it's important because it determines the decision that they make. So if all you tell me is about your book, watch this so you catch it. I'm not anti-book. I've written quite a few of them. However, please don't miss it so you don't hear it wrong or think I'm wrong for this. My female mentor who introduced me into the coaching space and birthed me into it, I had a $20 book called Win the Day, 10 Strategies for a Winning Life. And she said everybody had a chance to pitch on stage at the end of their speech. She had a thing called Society for Extraordinary Entrepreneurs. She sold a $25,000 to $60,000 offer. And I said, well, I'm going to send everybody to my table and buy my books. I'm going to sell out. She said, how much is your book? I said, $20. She said, we don't sell $20 products here. We give those away for free. I said, why would I do that? I can walk away and make $1,000 to $2,000. She said, everybody paid $10,000 to be in this room. It's a retreat for people who've generated 7 figures. Watch this. So it's the right idea to the wrong audience. Because what I would have done is did a $20 transaction and sent the person away. Because now they got to take time to read it. So now the book sends them away from me. What can I offer that brings them to me? If your book is 100 pages, how long does it take them to read it? So now anything you want to sell them, they want to take time to read it if they read it, and you stopped emotional connection. They heard you speak. Now you want them to not hear more of you speaking and interact with you. You sent them with their own thoughts alone to read a book. So now, watch this, the relationship stopped at $20. The relationship stopped at $20. Many of you don't even know that I've written 23 books, I've self-published 5 of them, and I don't call myself an author. If you look at any place or myself, I don't call myself author. Why don't I champion that? Because when you hear how many books I've written, it's so impressive that it's going to make somebody in the audience say, oh my God, it's going to trigger a thought for them to talk to me when I get off stage about book writing, and I don't sell nothing related to book writing. Insecurities make you have to talk about something that hurts your sales. I need them to know that I wrote all these books. So now you got a line of people waiting to talk to you about something that you don't sell. Now, let's get into the good stuff. Now we're going to dig into the tactical sides of a brand. Now, what some of you might notice, many of you, Andrea said, you're just different. I am. All right. What some of you might notice, what some of you might not notice, my presentation style for this one's going to be different. Because in the first one I was speaking, and this one I'm teaching. So I'm going to use a different skill, which requires a different presentation style. So now I'm going to use the skill of teaching, which I understand that there are multiple learning styles, multiple listening styles. So I'm going to have to vacillate the way in which I teach. There were no visuals in the first one. Why? It wasn't a need for it. My words were the mental pictures, and our call and response around the questions kept your attention. But now that we're hitting beyond 90 minutes, I won't be able to hold your attention if I just stay in one talking head visual without there being a drawing, without there being a system that we can explore and walk through. So the style is going to change because the goal of this speech is going to be different. Notice how we're still talking skill. You will mentally tap out if I keep the same delivery style of the first one. I don't know if y'all are really hearing what I'm telling you and realizing how much of a skill this is. Who realized you need this skill? This would drastically change everything about your brand and your business immediately. Totally different. And isn't it accurate? Because here's what the brain is asking for those who are visual learners. What does that look like? So you need an example. You need a visual. Guess what the sequential learner is asking, Nathan? So they want step by step. Number 1, do this. Number 2, do this. Number 3, do this. That's in the room. So a sequential learner needs it in order. The visual learner needs to see the system. Watch this. There are what I call experiential learners that need time for me to shut my mouth for them to actually fill in their thoughts inside of my framework. Okay, so tell me really quick. I want to take a second, and they can't wait to ask me a question. Understanding that tells me how to teach. Now, that was only 3. There's multiple. There's multiple. Now, Nathaniel gets it. You can see the drastic difference between a person who just can't wait to speak and an entrepreneur speaker who is leveraging skill in this and understanding, watch this, the human brain and how you retain, how you listen, how you comprehend, what you feel. All of that takes into account in speaking. Because, watch this, you will always not do something that is just intellectual and logic. You can maintain and sustain longer if it's emotion. So we got to vacillate between those things. Okay. I need everybody to write this down. Noel said, you better talk learning styles. And you know, it's a little different over here. Who's already seeing it's so much different than, oh, I just want to speak and tell my story. You don't get paid well for that. You don't get paid well for that. Okay. Question number 3. What should I be doing now? What should I be doing now? I'm going to answer it for you. Question number 3. Let me start my clock starting right now. What should I be doing now? I got about 34 minutes and 51 seconds on this. What should I be doing now? What should I be doing now? Does everybody have the question? Okay. I'm going to talk about a few things that you have to, let me word it this way. It's not an option, it's mandatory. So you're either going to have to do what I'm about to walk you through or make the decision that you don't want to grow. That you want to look up a couple years from now and it be extinct. There's 400 and some people in this room, 468. Some of us are going to be doing it for a long time, and you're going to look around. Oh my God, we was in the same room a couple years ago. What'd you do? What that man told me to do. What you doing now? And you're going to ask that person, watch this, to stop the progress of their life to tell you how to get to where they are now when you could be there too. I'm telling you, watch this, in the AI age, a personal brand is the only thing that will survive. A personal brand is the only thing that will survive. It is not an option. Building a personal brand is not an option. Now, for the person who, when you hear personal brand, all you think is social media content, scratch that out of your mind because you're making the wrong mental association. You associate social media followers and content with personal brand. So the moment I said brand, y'all thought more followers. Who did that? Stop doing that. That's nasty. Don't do that no more. Okay? Don't do that no more. You stop that. You got to stop associating followers with brand. Why? Some of your favorite influencers with more followers don't make the money that certain people I know. I know a guy personally that I met at a net worth seminar in Phoenix, Arizona, that was 30 some years old. And he sold his company for $100 million, and he charges them, I think, $2 or $5 million a year to consult the company he sold. So $100 million plus two, I think it's like $2 or $5 million a year. He might have 4,000 or 5,000 followers. Guess what? He travels all over the world speaking because he has a personal brand. You keep thinking personal brand is followers. I'm telling you, Shade Room got a lot of followers. Don't nobody buy nothing. So would you want a room of consumers or a room, those who consume and are entertained by a thing or have influence with those who make buying decisions? Raquel, you might just need 100 new people based on the brand you built that all know what you do and they're interested in it. That has more buying power than 100,000 people that just saw you do trends. So if I discover you from a social media trend, I don't know what you do and I can't buy from you. So you grew your followers, and I know people who've gone viral this way. Okay? So in the AI age, personal brand is going to be extremely important. Make sense? Now, here's one piece I'll say today and I'll recap and unpack tomorrow. Please write this down. We'll go a little slower. In the AI age, family, the most inexpensive thing is information. So the lowest value right now is information. So if you just got ready to start teaching what you know, ain't nobody paying you top dollar for information because they're automatically thinking, I can ask AI that. I can GPT it, I can Claude it, I can Google it. So you probably waited too long to try to package information. Information right now is the new VCR. What information is to the AI age is what a VCR is in the streaming age. Am I not answering what you should be doing now? We're going to unpack this and go into personal brand. I'm warning you, and I'm saying that don't say I didn't warn you. So if you're thinking about selling a digital product, what's the chances of you making the money you want to make selling a digital product? Slim to none. If you're thinking, who remembers the age that everybody was selling the ebook? Y'all remember that? It's coming across your timeline every day. Where all them people went? Where they at? You see anybody trying to sell your ebook these days? Guess what they doing now? Trying to sell you GPT prompts. Can't sell an ebook right now. Now, the personal brand builds emotional connection and power with people that you can transition and sell additional things. Why? Because the thing that they trust is you. It's not about the product anymore. It's about the person. So we're shifting now to it not just being about the thing that you sell, but it's about the person that you are. I'm going slow so everybody can get this. It's not just the thing you sell, it's the person that you are right now. Okay. So what are the skills that we would need in order for this to work? If in the AI age, I'm telling you that a personal brand is the only thing that survives and that information is the lowest value, the skills that you need for this to work, how's a personal brand built? By holding people's attention. Now, what's the best skill to develop to hold people's attention? Let's just see if y'all know. What skill do you need to hold people's attention? Congratulations, King. You passed the first test. You just passed the first test. Speaking. Now, you will hear me unpack that speaking is not just what you say with your mouth. Speaking is a headline. It's like an aisle in a grocery store that has multiple things underneath it. So when you all hear speaking, you think just what you say on stage, what you say virtual, is multiple layers and things underneath it, okay? So watch this. So Pastor Huff, if I do conversational learning like a podcast, right? If my podcast is 35 minutes a week or an hour a week, that means that person would now consume me at the level they want you to consume a television show. So how do strangers become celebrities? Because people have given them their attention for long windows of time. How does a nobody become a movie star? Because people have given them their attention and felt an emotion surrounding it. Watch this. They've saw themselves in the person. The person said something that matches what the person says to themselves. I'm gonna say it again. The person says something in the podcast that matches what the person says to themselves. The person is something that the person sees themselves becoming. So now the personal brand is built because it's a reflection of people who think the same. But what is a podcast? It's a recorded weekly speaking presentation. If you're bad at speaking, no one watches it. What is social media content? It is a short form, what we call a micro stage and a micro speech. You are saying what you would say in a speech in 30 seconds to 60 seconds. And you leverage social media to drive traffic to long form. Social media is the dating pool. They can double tap, scroll, etc. The goal of every piece of content is to get them off the platform into a one-on-one relationship with you. What does that mean? I can only watch one podcast at a time. I can only read one email at a time. I can only be in one Zoom room at a time. So you strategically use speaking to take them away from the pool of all the people into a one-on-one relationship with you. Am I giving enough examples to anchor this where you all are tracking and realizing speaking changes everything? We are in the age of AI that is disrupting everything, but K, Souls, Tony B, watch this. We're also in write this down, everybody, an attention recession, where there is more supply of content than, watch this, than there is demand of attention. So in business, when there's more supply of a thing than there is a demand for it, the business can't survive. So if there is more supply of content online than there is a demand of attention, we are currently in an attention recession. This is why ad cost is high. Watch this. This is why open rates on email lists are low. So those of you who just built your email list, you're like, how I got this many people, but so few people opening? Because we're in an attention recession and you haven't learned how to communicate via written form, how to sound in writing, how you sound in speaking. Do you? Show up rates are lower. So now some of you who are hosting virtual events realize that you have an abundance of people sign up, a low group of people show up. What's the bridge? What's the bridge in between that? We're going to talk about it tomorrow. The speaking engagement that's on the page that they sign up on. You didn't realize that the video on the sales page is a speaking engagement. So here you go. Congratulations, you've taken the first step to signing up for the Wealthy with Words Challenge. I can't wait to see you there. In the room, I want you to make sure that you're in a quiet place. Boo! You wasted the speech. Now I got no reason to show up. The messages that I receive in email and in text sound like a digital marketer. And I've done that before. I got no reason to show up. If you're ready to go to the next level and learn how to convert, tired of that word, learn how to monetize, tired of that word, learn how to, and the new one is to take 2 words and add 2 in between it. How to go from content to cash flow. How to go from communication to cash. Now we just add 2 in between any 2 words that we want. So the market rejects it because we've given our attention to that before. Christian, I don't know if I should be doing this. This too much.
So good.
Pastor Huff said this is good. Can I ask y'all a question? How many of you wish you had somebody to explain these things to you like this like months ago? Like you wish I got with you in January or last year. You're like, bro, we only an hour and something in. You're introducing me to what, oh, this is what I should be doing. This is how, and here's the reality. We haven't fully developed the system nor the skill. We've just talked about and made you aware of some things. I see me. I love it. I love it. I'm honored to be able to serve you, and I'm excited in advance of those of you I'm gonna get a chance to coach and work with you. We're gonna be rocking and rolling all year long. Like when I start, like one of the dopest parts, people who are in Entrepreneur Speaker Mastermind, Nora, they watch, who's in here because you saw an ad? I'm still talking brand. Who's in here because you saw an ad? Drop me in the chat. You saw an ad. Me. Now watch this, Nora. All my clients, I played the videos and taught them the science of how I created it and showed them how to do it and copy it. Because the thing that I do in my business is give you what I do. So the videos y'all saw, they knew why I said it, why I did it, what I did, and they saw the back end of what happens after the ad, before the ad. They even know how much money I spend on ads because I show my clients how to do the thing. That's the way in which I coach. I give you my business. Does that make sense for everybody? All right, let's stay in brand. And Christian, I messed up. I didn't even tell my cousins the reason I'm doing this summit. I'll tell them at the end. I messed up. I forgot to tell y'all my motive and intention. My bad. All right. So in the AI age, there's an attention recession, and the only thing that survives is brand building. So you're gonna need, watch this, everybody. So you're gonna need, number 1, write this down, 2 skills, 2 systems. If your goal is growth, you're gonna need 2 skills, 2 systems, 2 skills, 2 systems, 2 skills, 2 systems, 2 skills, 2 systems, 2 skills, 2 systems. This is what we provide for our clients. This is one of the things we want to provide for you all. The things that will AI proof your business, the things that will AI proof your revenue. I have no concern as it relates to the revenue that I will make as AI continue to amplify. I have no worries. I have no concerns. Okay. Now, whether you are an accountant, an AI consultant, whether you're a person that's in the wellness space and help people with anything mentally or emotionally, whether you are doing something spiritually for people, whether it is self-actualization, where you're helping them believe, become something different, whether you are, and if you wrap that in coaching, whether you wrap that in AI, whether you wrap that in grants, or whatever the case may be, the only way to grow any of these things is a skill of speaking. Alicia is coming tomorrow to talk about, if you really think about it, the growth of her company is led through speaking. I've had the blessed privilege of working with Alicia, where I've helped her with some of her things as it relates to her summits before on the back end, from how to, not just training, but how to structure it. Coach K is coming. I've had a chance to work with Coach K, where she's a part of Entrepreneur Speaker Mastermind. I still coach Coach K. She's grown her entire community. Those who said it came from Coach K, her entire community was grown through speaking. So whatever you're growing, you can't grow it without the skill of speaking. Number 2, the skill of sales. You got me? speaking grows everything. So write this down. Everything gets bigger and better when you get better with words. Everything gets bigger and better when you get better with words. Everything gets bigger and better when you get better with words. Everything gets bigger and better when you get better with words. Everything gets bigger and better when you get better with words. Okay. Now that we have that, here's what we have to do. I don't think anyone needs any convincing that speaking is the thing that will grow you. I think you need to know what type of speaking, as well as the skill and like how to sell. Some of you have an adverse reaction emotionally and mentally to sales because you don't quite know what sales is and how to sell. Okay. But first thing we got to do, we're going to walk through locations. Can everybody see my screen? Everybody can see my screen. Everybody can see me. Okay. So we're going to talk about these locations with the 18 minutes that I have left on this. Okay. And I need everybody to capture and catch this. Mars, a gentleman, when I was consulting for a healthcare company, and during the break, and part of my role with that healthcare company, what's amazing, I don't think y'all realize how pregnant speaking is, right? Y'all do know that pharmaceutical reps does nothing more than presentations, right? They go in and talk one-to-one or more one-to-many with lunch and learns to convince a doctor to write and prescribe or a hospital to add them in their treatment plan. So I have a 6-figure consulting contract. That one was $265,000, where I consult this healthcare company that has a product, and I train, not only do I consult the company, I train the pharmaceutical reps and I build out their marketing message so they can get added in the treatment plan. And so the reps know how to actually go in and conduct these micro conversations, one-to-one in like a back room or whatever, or either when they're doing a presentation virtually or in the hospital. Make sense? Now, and if you would have told me years ago, I had no clue that speaking was that pregnant that can turn into a consulting contract. Do you know how many times I got to meet with them and talk with them? 4 times a year. That's it. 4 times a year. You know how much work I got to do? None, but telling them what to do. It might be some feedback loops, or I meet with the executive team to kind of walk through how they can drive revenue. Now, if revenue is driven by the reps, I get a bonus based on the upside of that. Make sense? This is why the hardest business for me to do is coaching, because I've got to then take a skill that I make millions of dollars in my consulting business, separate from my coaching, and I got to convince people who I can help to let me help them, where in consulting, I don't have to convince people to let me help them. Coaching is hard. Yeah, coaching be so hard. If I say $1,000 to learn how to get a 6-figure contract, I got to offer to come wash your car. Well, meet with me and my husband and my family so we can think about it. Okay, all y'all there? So what we're gonna do is I got to come wash your car, go to church with you. So will this come with an invite to Thanksgiving with Marcus for $1,000? Oh my God, it'd be hard out here, Jack. It'd be hard. Okay. So here's my point in the story. Because I was working with executive team, I was also working with the regional managers and working with people that are out in the field, and I was giving each of them something different. The CEO said something so powerful. He said, Marcus, you like a doctor for businesses. I said, why did you say that? He was like, I realized how you listen, diagnose, and prescribe something different for each person. I said, dang, that's true. Because it's not one size fit all. So with your permission, the best way to help you all is to not give you one size fit all with brand. Why? Because what I would do for my brand might not be what you would do if you're in the early stages of yours. If you're in a transition, you wouldn't do the same thing as somebody who's scaling what already works. If you're confused and don't know what to do, you wouldn't do the same thing as a person who already knows what to do and they're trying to build a system around it. Now, bad coaching, bad teaching, bad training does one size fit all. I'm not that. The best way to help people is to be able to assess in real time, diagnose, and tell you strategically what to do. So what I'm about to do now is brand locations. You will be able to self-identify and tell me what location you're at, and I'm going to tell you the problem and what is the prescription at that level. The problem and the prescription at that level. The problem and the prescription at that level. Now, who can already see that's drastically different from what we're used to experiencing? The moment I hear all you got to do is, I'm going to go and hang up. All you got to do is, you just got to execute. That's a word, that's not a plan. If you want to make six figures, all you got to do is make $200 and something dollars a day. That's math, that's not a strategy. If you want to make $1 million, you got to just make $83.33. That's math, that's not a strategy. You should push back on people that tell you what, but not how. That constantly emotionally make you excited about writing down the math. That's like me telling you I got $1 million for you, but not telling you where to get it. So you're excited about something you're never gonna get. All you gotta do is, so you gotta be consistent. Consistent doing what? You gotta focus on building your brand. How? I'm almost out of time, so I gotta move fast. So guys, you're gonna see me speed up a little bit here. Anybody bored or y'all good? We good, we good, we good. Man, I cannot wait. Oh, we're gonna change some lives. Coach Krisha, Coach Jaretta, Coach Lowe, y'all ready?
Yes, yes.
Y'all
We
ready?
ready. We ready.
We're gonna change some lives. Oh, we're gonna change some lives. Oh my God, get ready. Implementation sessions gotta be different. Book club gotta be different. Oh my God. I can't wait to find my tribe. Will y'all give me 60 seconds to digress really quick before I go to this brand locations, just to share my heart for a split second? Is that okay? One of my goals, family, like why would someone, because you gotta be asking, why would somebody that make millions of dollars pause their life to do something like this for free and you get the option? Like, I think $47 includes additional hour of coaching and recordings and some of everything else. That makes 0 sense. It costs me more to let you know that this exists than for anything else. Why? Why pause? One of my major goals is to and I'm a faith guy, to go find who I used to be and help them get to where I am right now. Like I don't really have any more goals, and it might sound weird. Like, please don't hear it wrong. My list is done. I've driven every car I want to drive. I don't have any other cars I want that I have not driven. I currently own 5 and I'm trying to get rid of some of them. I've driven a Lamborghini. I've driven a Range Rover. I've driven every car I want to drive. I've flown private more times than I can remember. I've sat courtside more times than I can remember. I'm on my 3rd passport. I've gone to all the countries I want to go to. So at a certain point, you start realizing what was prophesied to me that changed my life on a lady that was on an airplane. She said clearly to me, she said, God allowed you to experience all of your selfish desires so you can spend the next decade being selfless serving his people. Because I don't have any other motive, anything, I'm not chasing money. I was contracted in 2025 for a couple $1 million this year, which means I got paid millions last year for work I hadn't done this year. Coach Krisha's in here and can attest because she's in the room. We got a wire today for $35,000 before we even got on here. What's the amount? You can look in the group. 35,000 what, Coach Krisha? I might have you screenshot it because people think we be capping. Before we even came on here. For a partner who I did something for and helped them. Now watch this. If I got 35, I helped them make 6 figures. Fair exchange. So my heart's desire for these next few days is to go find the old me, that insecure Marcus Waroja that I'm talking about was deadly. I was a people pleaser, overextended, worried about what people think, nervous. I mean, I could go on, no. Super insecure, wouldn't speak up, afraid to ask for what I want. not willing to confront people, have hard conversations, and it showed up in a multitude of ways. I'm not that anymore. So to get to a place where I'm at now, my goal is to find who I used to be. And although we're equally loved by God, we're not all equally favored. Grace is for everyone. Favor is different. Joseph had multiple brothers, but they all didn't have his favor. So love and salvation and grace is given to all, but favor is different. So in the event a person don't have my favor, I got to create a stage for you. Because in the event, you don't start your speaking career with pregnant stages that turn into opportunities to travel the world. I got to create space and create the opportunity for you. Make sense? In the event you don't move to Atlanta and the first person you meet is Inky Johnson without knowing who Inky Johnson is, and he take you out to lunch and tell you how to craft a signature speech. In case that don't happen, in case in your first speech, you don't get invited to Orlando, Florida, and there's a group of guys in the room who own a pharmaceutical company, and the moment you speak, it turns into your very first consulting contract that helps you make millions of dollars. In the event favor don't happen that way, we got to create the rooms like this where we stay together and we can support and help one another. That's why we created Entrepreneur Speaker Mastermind. Does that make sense of why I'm doing this? Now, here's the reality. I'm going to finish teaching this, and before we go at 3 o'clock to VIP, I'm going to present an opportunity to coach, to help, and to support you. Here's my promise to everybody I'm going to work with. We are family. I got nothing to hide. Anything you see me doing, you can ask me about it. I'll tell you how to do it. Anybody in this room that I coach, am I telling the truth on this? We withhold no secrets. I think Deshonda, you're in here. Deshonda asked me a question. She's an AI consultant. She said, Coach, I updated my website landing page to be able to get more leads and be able to get more clients for my AI business. She dropped the link and said, can you review my entire page and tell me what to change? Deshonda, you in here? Are you in here, Deshonda? I said, stay to the end. I'll end our coaching call and sit on with you and we'll change every page to add buyer psychology into your page. The goal is to actually help people get a result. Does everybody understand my heart? If you feel anything other than that, we can talk about it. It might just be financial trauma that's speaking. It's cool. Now that we understand that, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Man, I felt something on that. Love y'all to life. I'm going to find who I used to be. Man, I'm going to find who I used to be. Pastor Huff, I'm going to find that old Marcus that used to work at Florida State setting up chairs and setting up tables. I'm going to find that dude, and I'm going to help him be able to navigate his life, take care of his family, be able to, I think next week I'm buying the home I grew up in Panama City as an investment property. That Marcus, who started a business for his daughter called Rain Media, that now I'm on salary of my daughter's company. My daughter's company just hit 6 figures. Is she 3? I want to help a person do that. Okay, let's go. I was going to get in my bag on that. Brand locations, are we ready? Location number 1. God, I'm almost out of time. Location number 1, great group. Great group, great group. Location number 1, I'm going to word it something that makes it easy for you to remember it. It's not called this. I'm calling it this because it helps you to remember it, okay? We ready? I don't know. They don't know. Anything I don't cover in brand, tomorrow when I start, I'll start with a recap and continuation of brand and go right into speaking to grow your business, okay? So I don't know, they don't know. Now I'm gonna explain what this is. I don't know, they don't know. Does everybody write it down? I don't know, they don't know. Marcus, what does that mean? I don't know, they don't know. This is the person that, as it relates to your brand, you don't know what your brand message, archetype, avatar is. And because you don't know, they don't know. So every time you pull a phone out or get in front of a camera, you don't know what to say because you don't have a mental picture of who you're talking to. So you don't know, they don't know. It's where the brand is unclear, where you're associating what you sell to what the brand is. The product and the brand are not the same. A brand deals with the story and the promise that a person can expect when they get you. Brand is so powerful that two things could be on the shelf side by side. Okay, I'm gonna prove it to you really quick with an example, and I'm gonna tell you the problem and the prescription really quick. I don't know, they don't know. So watch this really quick. I don't know, they don't know. I don't know, they don't know. Why is it important that you get clear very specifically on the exact customers, what questions they have, what problems they have, where they are in their life? Watch this. Here's what nobody thinks about, Katina. What life looks like for them after they work with you. The average person is communicating it with their brand and with their message. So you're going to get access to, and you talk about what happens when they come in the room, not the result that happens when they leave. So the brand isn't built because we're always talking about somebody coming in, not the result of what it looks like when they're done. Whenever we're talking about brands, brands offer a promise of what life looks like after. Now watch this. Brand is so powerful that when someone is deciding, Letitia Tate, when someone is deciding, Dr. Shanta Haynes, what they want, that decision is done by themselves. They're not in a room with you. Okay, so let's go visual again. If this is a person and they're deciding what they want, this is you over here that created the thing. Okay, there's a gap in here. So if they're over here and they already know what they want, they already decided how much they're willing to pay. They've already budgeted for it. This is making sense. They already know they want it. Is everybody following? Because I got to go slow to make sure everybody gets it. They already know that they want it. Whenever brands do their job correctly and position themselves, you don't convince people to want a thing. You don't create hunger or create desire. You channel and direct it to yourself. You don't make me hungry. You market to me that you have food, and you brand yourself so well that I trust to buy food from you. You can't make me hungry, but you can sell me food when I'm hungry. So if I'm over here, I already know that I have the want. I already know that I have the desire. I already know that I have the need. I already know that I have the problem. I already know that I have the question. I know I got the want, the desire, the need, the problem, the question. I already know that. Guess what I don't know? You exist and you can help me with what I want. You can help me with what I desire. You can help me with what I need. You can help me with my problem. You can answer my question. Do we get it? Now watch this, Jamisha. In order for you to build a brand, your brand has to be built on the wants, the desires, the needs, the problems, and the questions. And here is the marketing that makes me aware of it. So when I say you don't know and they don't know, if you don't know their wants, their desires, their needs, their problems, their questions, watch this, and how to speak and communicate them. Good God Almighty. You don't make me want it. When I want it, is there any association in my mind? Watch this. I cannot buy from you if I don't know you exist. I cannot book you if I don't know you exist. I cannot pay you if I don't know you exist. So the brand lets people who want the thing know you have it and trust you to pay you for it. Good gracious of life. My clock about to go off in 19 seconds. Jesus. Jesus. Did y'all catch that first part? Now let me give you an example, and then I'm going to tell you the problem at this level and the prescription so you can see if it's you, okay? Watch this. Watch this. How many of you realize everything I'm talking about is still speaking? Because watch this. If you get on stage without understanding brand, will you be clear in speaking? No. If you don't build this, you get on stage and it falls flat. That's why I'm showing you with speaking how to build all these anchors that, watch this, in a room you're not in, Dr. Olivia, your name will come up because your brand was properly positioned with skill and with system. So when they think of a thing, they don't know why, but it's not by accident. You strategically use the system we show you. So when they think of it, you come up. There's even, y'all, Natalie, you do know when you type in best restaurants in your city, it's not the best restaurants. It's the person who had the marketing system that made them pop up first. So when we're talking about leveraging speaking, you leverage it and build a system around it where you now in your brand position can spread yourself out over the internet. So now you don't wait on opportunities, you create them. All right. So what is the question? Watch this. What is the question in someone's mind before they buy or before they make a decision? They know that they, watch this. Listen, Linda. Dr. Ashley, if you don't think about what they're thinking about, you don't know what to say to help them make that decision. You keep thinking about what you want to say. You don't think about what they're saying so you can say it and echo it. How many of you have heard somebody say something, you say, I was just talking about that. I was just thinking that. Guess what that does? Builds trust, the thing that you need for them to buy. Guess what it is? Confirmation bias. It confirms to them their want, their need, their question, their desire. Now, what if you could do that intentionally, consistently, instead of on accident? So here's the question they're asking before they buy. We ready? Let's say, David, they became aware of your brand. So they're over here, but through some serendipitous way or through system or strategy, for those I work with, it ain't by accident, you got it in front of them and y'all face to face, y'all right here. Just you and them, okay? Bad drawing, but it's okay. Guess what they think right before they get ready to give you the money they already decided they were going to spend? Because remember right here, no sane person wants something without planning to pay for it. You don't, okay, I got to pause here so you get it. Miss Alicia Anderson, when we decide we want a house, we already know that we got to put money aside to pay for it because we don't hope that we get the house for free. We believe we're going to have to pay for it. When we get ready to want a car, we know we're going to have to pay for it. When we get ready to go on a vacation, we know we're going to have to pay for it. Business owners are the only people that want something and make no plan to pay for it. There's nothing else in our life that we want that we don't make a plan to pay for it. Man, I want a new TV. Let me go to Best Buy and hope they're giving them away. So watch this. The person, anytime you're doing business, sane people have already predetermined in their mind money they're going to spend. That's what this is right here. We got that concept? Money they're going to spend. So by the time they come to us, all they're listening for, watch this, can this person provide these things down here? What I want, what I desire, what I need, what my problem is, and answer my question. You get it? So up here, I know I'm gonna pay for it, but what am I paying for these things down here? Did I lose anybody? Are y'all tracking? Now, what is the question that they're asking right before they pull out their cash? I keep a little cash on me. Right before they pull it out. Right before they pull out their cash, they got to decide. Arnita, they say in their head, I know I want it. I have the money to pay for it, but do I want it from you? I know I want it. I know I'm going to pay for it, but do I want it from you? That is the last question that must be answered before a person buys. Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. What answers that question? Do I want it from you? Brand. The brand speaks for you. Jen, did you catch it? They start with, in their head, the moment you decide you want something, you mentally associate what you want with what you're going to pay. Is that not true? Whether it's a car, whether it's an outfit, whether it's a trip. Yes, yes? Is that true, everybody? If it's not true, I'm praying for you. You're not ready to be a business owner, and I mean that in the nicest way, respectfully, and whatever other word I need to put on it so you're not offended. Okay? All right. So you mentally have to associate what you want with what you pay. Okay. Now, only thing you're thinking is, for what I'm paying, what do I get? Underneath the surface, what we buy is something that answers a question, solves a problem, fulfills a desire, or helps me with a need. So that's where marketing takes place, and that's where speaking takes place, because it communicates the wants, the needs, the desires, and answers the questions. Now, when I say, oh my God, I need this, I already know I got money in my hand to pay for it. I already know underneath it what I'm paying for, because they were clear when they were communicating. That's what the brand does. It clearly communicates what it does. Here's what we do. Here's how we help people. You've clearly communicated that. Now I got to decide, do I want it from you? And if your brand did not speak before you speak, I don't trust you. So if I get on a sales call with you and you try to tell me what your brand didn't tell me, I don't trust you. Hey, so, you should definitely work with us because we're the best in the space. How many of y'all heard that and you're like, can you send that in writing? And you send it in writing is a way a person makes you work for free when they're going to ghost you. If somebody wants something, they don't need to send it in writing. They could pay right there. So they're going to have you sitting there going antsy, building out a proposal, and they finna ghost you. Do I want it from you? Now, here's the problem, Andrea Reed, that happens with business owners. When a person decides not to pay, guess what they assess went wrong instead of realizing that the issue was speaking and their brand. Yeah, them people see, some of my customers be cheap. They ain't got the money to pay. Will they pay anybody? So if there's anybody they'll buy from, the problem wasn't the person cheap. The problem was you. And you got to honestly assess, I need more skill. I need a better system. We normally will get in rooms and assess that the problem is people aren't willing to buy when we did not know how to properly speak in order to build brand that speaks for me. Because if you try to tell me when I'm talking to you what you can do, when your brand don't tell me before you tell me, I don't trust you. Let's go on a field trip as we end. Let's go on a field trip. Let's go on a virtual field trip. Let's go on a virtual field trip. Let's go on a virtual field trip. We ready? Everybody got your permission to fly? We're going to go on a field trip to the grocery store. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go on a field trip to the grocery store. We're going to the grocery store. Everybody get in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, let's go. I'm waiting on you. Let's go. Come on, everybody, let's go. Get in the car, get in the car, get in the car. Everybody get in the car. Drive safe now. No texting and driving. Let's get in the car. Let's go to the grocery store. We're going to go on a field trip to figure out if what I said is true. If the whole thing, speaking, grows the brand and helps somebody make a buying decision, let's get in the car. Let's go to the grocery store, okay? So we're going to go to the grocery store. All right. So we at the grocery store and we on the aisle with the condiments. We on our way to the store because we're about to have a barbecue and we need some barbecue sauce. Okay, where we at? We're on our way to the grocery store because we're about to have a barbecue and we need some barbecue sauce. I'm gonna say one more time. We're on our way to the grocery store because we got to have a barbecue. We need some barbecue sauce. So we got to go down the aisle and get some barbecue sauce. Okay, we ready? Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Yes, yes? Okay. So we're in the grocery store. We're on the aisle. And I'm just gonna ask all 451 people in here, if you're on YouTube, I'm gonna ask you to just answer. I'll check it out later. Hey, I'm on the aisle and I see, we're just gonna say we at Publix. And I see Publix brand barbecue sauce. I see Sweet Baby Ray's. I see Kansas City. What kind of barbecue sauce should I get for the barbecue? I see Kraft. What should I get? Help me out, cuz I'm trying to order. Come on, we all in the grocery store together. What should I get? This one, that one, or that one? Sweet Baby Ray's, Sweet Baby Ray's, Sweet Baby Ray's. Look at the chat, y'all. Read the chat before I say anything. What is overwhelmingly winning in the chat? What is overwhelmingly winning in the chat? Sweet Baby Ray's, correct? Am I making this up? Did Sweet Baby Ray's win by show of hands? Did Sweet Baby Ray's win in the chat? So we got a handful of people who said Kansas City or Kraft, but overwhelmingly we said Sweet Baby Ray's, correct? Now watch this. When we went on our field trip, let's go to the picture. We made a decision of what we wanted, and we decided that we were going to have to pay for it. We back in the story. Did we not? So we all in the grocery aisle, and we know we ain't walking out of here stealing no barbecue sauce. I ain't going to jail about no barbecue. So we know we're going to have to pay for it. Watch this. But how did we make the decision? Watch this, family. We knew what we wanted, barbecue sauce. That's the industry, that's the niche. But we made the decision based on what? Brand. We made the decision based on brand. Watch this. But Marcus, barbecue sauce don't speak. There is no person that sells us the barbecue sauce. The brand spoke. I just told you, if your brand don't speak before you speak, we will not trust you. They will not trust you. What does your brand say? What does your brand say? Be honest. Don't be arrogant. Don't be narcissistic. Don't be egotistical. Don't be ignorant, as well as don't be naive, okay? The money you make tells you what your brand says. The amount people happily pay you tells you what your brand says. Are y'all following me? Now let me pause for station identification. Marcus, what the heck did you just do? I've been this whole time using the skill, pausing to explain the skill. So can I tell y'all what I just did? Can I tell you what I just did? Abria, what I just did is one of the things we teach inside of Entrepreneur Speaker Mastermind. It is known as a vocal image. How many of y'all could see the grocery store? How many of you saw how I physically am pointing at something and I took everybody on a field trip? It's also a pattern interruption where if you notice my voice went up 3-4 octaves and became entertaining. Why? It's a holding pattern that we call, listen to this, think time. Because we have been teaching very heavy things that is abstract and hard to comprehend, you needed a brain break. So I paused, raised voice energetically, and then went into experiential vocal imagery so it allowed you to smile, relax, and guess where we went from? Logic to emotion. Did we not? We shifted in seconds from logical thinking, processing, analytical mind to emotion. Who felt while we were going into the grocery store? Let's go back to it. All right. We're gonna go to a field trip. Everybody put on your seatbelt. Put on your seatbelt immediately now. What is he doing? Where's this going? Immediately you're in suspense and it changed emotion. Because when I was teaching this, it's an abstract thought. It was hard to process and your brain was under tension for too long. So now we got to get you out of that into emotion. And in a matter of seconds, did I not shift you to emotion? You smile, you laugh, I use vocal imagery to create a picture. I teach you how to do that. Visual images, vocal images. Now, I'm going to say it again. When some people say speaking, they mean talking. When I say speaking, I mean skill. Who could see that this is a skill? This is a skill. This is a skill. How do I know it's a skill? Because I know what I'm doing and I know how to do it. And I'm doing it based on impulse and feeling. Is it timed out, Marcus? Do you know the exact moment to do it? No, the audience decides. I could feel when you were mentally tapped. Now, guess what the story did with the grocery store? For anybody that was lost, did it not crystallize the point and show you how you decided based on brand? Did it not show you that? Who know you need this? This is the piece. This AI proofs your life, your brand, and your business. This changes everything. This allows you, this creates an ATM for you, that you create wealth for yourself through this. Had a chance to be at an event with that John Maxwell, Tony Evans, few others, like some of my heroes, like people I genuinely respect, because they built an entire empire from speaking. And one of the things I got from John, like he walked up to the stage, sat down in a chair. Hi, everybody. I'm John, and I'm your friend. And I watched people eat out of the palm of his hand for a solid hour, and he needed help getting up. There's no offense. He needed help getting off the stage to walk down and walk off the steps, and it hit me. Speaking is the one thing you can do forever. And the older you get, the sharper your mind gets. So when your body wears down, you can still use speaking. I'm going to say this to everybody in this room. The business that you're working on right now, chances are you won't be doing that 20 years from now. Is that fair to assess? How many of you feel like you're in the thing you do as a legacy that you'll do for the rest of your life? Most of you will transition to multiple businesses. Now watch this. What's the one skill that you can take to every business you start that will help you scale it fast? The only skill you plug to every business that you're in is this. All right, let's get done with branding and let's get ready for VIP in 15 minutes. And then team, get ready. I'm about to invite a few of our cousins to become cousins. Do I have any cousins that's already part of Entrepreneur Speaker Mastermind here? Say me, let me know you're in here so we can welcome them the way we do. I see Deshonda in here. Who else? Let me know if you're in here. Dr. Renea, Chizzy, what up? Y'all just don't get enough. Lionel's in here. Christy. Oh, that's a lot of my cousins here. Okay, dope. Can we do this? Can we do this, team? Since tonight is Wednesday, I don't want to like alter y'all's schedule. I'm gonna do something for one lucky winner the way we do like the recording. But can we hop on and do like a meet and greet where y'all hop on and we like really welcome everybody and introduce them so we can truly be family? Can we do that to everybody that's already part? Dr. Ashley, etc. Like I really want us to do a good job of making sure that we support and welcome each other. Cool? Y'all got me? Can we do that, cousins? All right. Jazz, what's up? Detroit. Okay. Man, I didn't realize how many Kavita's in here. Patricia, y'all was just with me Monday. Why are y'all still in here? You know what's crazy? They haven't learned this. I'm teaching something I haven't taught. Okay. I told you location number one was you don't know, they don't know. You don't know, they don't know. You don't know, they don't know. Does everybody remember that was location number one? Does everybody remember that? You don't know, they don't know? Yes? Okay. Now, some of you might be thinking this because you're an analytical brain like me. Some of you might not be thinking this. Some of you might be thinking, how does he remember all this stuff and be able to go right back to where he started? It's called STAR method. I'll show you how to do it. It's a method of how to organize thoughts in your mind. It's the first thing you learn in Entrepreneur Speaker. How to get clear in your mind to be able to communicate without notes in case the computer go out, in case the PowerPoints don't work. It's a system and a method for organizing in your mind called STAR method that I'll show you how to do. Okay? Now, here's what happens. And you probably noticed we've been speaking for 2 hours and some change. You haven't heard me say or any redundancies. There's no word that leaves my mouth that I don't want to leave it because there's no wasted words. We don't say nothing unless we mean to say it. Everybody write it down. No wasted words. No wasted words. No wasted words. 2.5 hours. No ums, no uhs, no wasted words. Why? Because your words are feeding the human brain. So I'm not going to feed you a redundancy that I don't want there. Okay. All right. At location number one, here is the problem. Write these 4 down. Clarity, content, customers, and cash. Because the entrepreneur speaker lacks clarity, clear communication comes from a clear mind. So if you're not clear, the communication can't be clear. Here's the loop on this. We go fast, Tammy. How do you know if you're saying the wrong thing in your content? If whenever people reach out, they keep asking you, what do you do? Your content's not clear. The content should tell that. The content does all the heavy lifting of marketing and pre-selling. Watch this. How else do you know if you're unclear? How else do you know if you're unclear? Clear communication happens, Davion Love. If you do it correctly, the person will come to you and say to you what you said to them. Here's what I mean. If you would have come to me, you wouldn't come and say, hey, I want to know, like, tell me, how can you help me? No, you will say, hey, I definitely want to use speaking to grow my brand and business. You'll say to me what I said to you because I'm clear. Location one is so important. If you lack clarity, you don't know what to say, and they're not saying the same thing back to you. They should come pre-sold on it, asking you for what they know you provide. Does it make sense? Watch this. Everybody in this room, you didn't expect to come in here and learn how to repair your credit, did you? You immediately came knowing speaking, and you knew what anchors. Yes, yes? Okay. So the problem is clarity, content, customers, cash. Because you lack clarity, you're attracting the wrong customers. Guess what? Which means there's not enough customers and there is no cash because the person isn't clear on remember underneath the surface, the desire, the want, the need, the problem. I don't know that your brand does that. So when you're not clear, they're not clear, and they can't comfortably spend money. Everybody got it? Lisa said, I'm attracting the broke ones. If we did an audit, Lisa, if you're in VIP, if we did an audit, that's found in the message. I truly believe that broke is a mindset, not a dollar amount. Poor is a mindset, not a dollar amount. Poor is a mindset that believes that things and money is more valuable than the person. So they hold on to money, waiting to spend it on things instead of spending it on themselves. So they poor, pass over opportunity repeatedly, waiting to make enough to buy something, not invest in something. Okay. Who can see that you're at location one? I don't know, they don't know. Not enough awareness of exactly what to say and who you're saying it to mentally. And as a result of that, there's not enough clarity, so there's not enough content, there's not enough customers, there's not enough cash. We stumble and bumble on what to say because we're unclear on who we're saying it to. The solution, here's the prescription, brand awareness and problem awareness. The solution is brand awareness and problem awareness. Brand awareness and problem awareness. I don't have time to unpack it even more. And I also don't have time to go into location 2, 3, and 4. So tomorrow I will start with location 2, 3, and 4, or either I might just dive into it because I know somebody in VIP is going to ask me about it. Okay. So location 2, 3, and 4 surrounding brand, because it will give you context on how to map that out. So tomorrow is going to be action packed because I'm going to have to try to merge brand and business at the same time. Okay. But let's do this very fast. Just write these down. Okay. Location 1, I told you, you don't know, they don't know. Location 2, you know, but they don't. This is where you've become clear. You know exactly what to do, exactly what to say. You know how to build it out. You know how to build your offer out. You know what you should sell, who to sell it to, how to sell it. The only issue is not enough people know about you. You're the best kept secret. Oh my God, I want to talk about how to solve this. Here's what I want to do. We got 7 minutes before we go to VIP, and we got to be punctual with time because we got a whole lot. Nura said, come on, Marcus, drop the gems. I felt like I've been doing it the whole time. My Lord, tough crowd. You're like, the rest of that was like, yeah. I don't know. Let's vote on it. How's it been so far, everybody? I'll let y'all vote on it. How's it been so far? Great. A1. So here's what I'll do with the time that I have left. Here's what I'll do with the time that I have left. Some of the biggest problems that we're currently going to face, family, I see that's my location. That's my location. How many of y'all saw location 1 is you, location 2 is you, where you know you're the best at what you do, but not enough people know that you do it. So there's not enough brand or market awareness. Huge problem. Huge problem where The thing you do is keep trying to get better at the thing instead of, watch this, you don't do what I show my clients how to do, Miss Alicia Anderson, Miss Loretta, Miss Angela Williams, skill stacking. Pastor Huff, the biggest mistake I made was I kept trying to just get better at speaking. I didn't realize I didn't just need to get better at speaking, I need to get better at getting booked to speak. So frustration happens when you get better at the thing, but don't stack the other skills to give you the opportunity to do it. I'm the best when it comes to AI. Guess what? Not enough people know you do it. So you don't need just the skill of the skill that is the foundation of how you built the business. If we're Hollis International, I don't just need the skill that built Hollis International. I need the skill that grows it. I don't just need the skill of running the business. I need the skill of closing sales. I need the skill of becoming findable. Make sense? It's called skill stacking. So most of you are in this room right now, and you realize just through our conversation so far that the biggest gap in your business right now is not the skill that you have that built the business. It's the skills you don't have that could scale it. Would that be an accurate assessment? Say me in the chat. You've gone as far as you can with the skills that you have. You need new skills, and guess what you need? New systems. Because you don't make new money with old skills. And you don't get new customers with old systems. So you need new skills for new money, and you need new systems for new customers and new clients. Because the way in which you acquire people who have revenue to pay you is not the same way that you do it. It's time out for getting paid via Zelle and PayPal and Cash App. It's time out for having to manually do everything. It's time out for guessing every week what you should be doing. When you speak, there's a whole operational system behind you. So the skill is speaking, but the system behind you is going to grow and scale all of this. Does this make sense for everybody? Yes, yes? Does this make sense for everyone? So here's what we got. I asked you, how many questions so far? 3. I asked you 3 questions. But I told you that I was going to ask you how many? 5. And I told you that I was going to answer how many? 4. Now, what we just did, family, was a loop, because I just looped back to the promise of in my introduction now that I'm about to close out the speech so we can close the whole thing off. You catching it? We looped all the way back to the beginning. So since I promised you all 5, I'm going to ask question number 4 as we get ready to close out. Question number 4 and question number 5. Question number 4, what's currently not working? What's currently not working? That has to be fixed. Like, we got to figure out what's broken, what's currently not working that has to be fixed. This is question number 4. I'm going to answer this one, and the last question you got to answer. What's currently not working? We ready? What's currently not working? Here's how this works. If in your mind you're thinking that the thing you need to do, watch this. If I ask y'all right now, what are you going to do when you leave this room? What are you going to do when the summit is over? Here's what you'll say. A word. You're going to say 1 word or 2 words. You're going to say execute or take action. Now, here's what I know about people. There's no strategy or system or skill attached to that. And this whole time I've been talking about system and skill. But your answer would be execute, take action. What's not working is that. Here's why. There's not enough clarity, there's not enough skill, and there's not enough system surrounding it. Would that be a fair assessment that that's what y'all would answer? What are you going to do when you leave here? Execute. Believe in myself. Take action. But the thing that you want is to scale your brand, business, and bank account. So that's not what you would need to do to scale it. But it would make you feel safe and make you feel comfortable. So what's not working is that. What also is not working is you can no longer depend on the algorithm to show people your content. You have to write this down, create your own stage. This is what I want to show you how to do. You have to. You have to create your own stage. You have to create your own stage. You have to create your own stage in a very strategic way. Many of you are phenomenal at what you do, but you have to get better at explaining it so people can feel safe making the decision to buy it. So what's not working currently, family, if you're using content as the sole driver for business growth or word of mouth, that will not work. If your current way to generate revenue is by content posted on social media where you are using content like the guy on Harlem Nights who was rolling dice. Come on, 7 with your stinking self. Baby needs some shoes. Wife needs some clothes. And you need some teeth. Okay, my bad. If you're currently rolling the dice with your content, if that is the thing that we're doing, that's currently not working. So the thing we have to do now is strategically create micro stages, which we show you how to do. Guys, you can currently, please hear this, you can currently create what's known as micro stages, rooms with 10, 12, 15 people, and generate the revenue of people who have rooms of thousands. We have a client in Washington, D.C., who's an attorney, who we showed her how to do a monthly, she can do it, she's done it in person where she had 12 people, and she's also done it virtually, where she literally creates these micro rooms. We built out the whole presentation, the structure of it, everything. And she trains and teaches people in person for 3 to 4 hours, and she sells a $5,000 offer. The last time she did it, she said 5 people signed up. That's $25,000 with less than 15 people in the room. She does it virtually once a month, where it's simply a training that leads to a sales call. And from a sales call, using a script we gave her, she's able to close sales. You don't always need massive audience. Guess what you need? Skill and system. What to say in the room and what is the system surrounding it. Does that make sense for everyone? So I asked all 4 questions so far. It's only 1 question lingering. And Tuck, we had 3:02 on 2 minutes over. Did I ask y'all 4 questions? Did I ask y'all 4 questions? Everybody got all 4? Let's try it out. Question number 1 was what? What should I do? This is what I asked my mentor. And he started explaining to me how I can become. Question number 2, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And the guy said to me, straight up and down, Marcus, I own a speaking business. You just out here hoping somebody book you to speak. Question number 3, we ready? What was question number 3? What should I be doing now? And I told you what to focus on. Question number 4, told you clear as day. What's not working? What's currently not working in the industry? What can't you do and hope to scale, hope to grow? Make sense? Question number 5. Now, all 4 questions I answered, but I told y'all that it was going to be at least 1 question you got to answer. Y'all ready to answer your 1 question? Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Question number 5. Would you like my help and like my systems? Where you can copy and paste what I do. Marcus, how do I know it worked? Well, you're proof. Everything I'm telling you is what I did to get you here. Everything that I've done today, from the structure of it, how to do it, what happens, how to build a team, there's no secrets I have. Is this something that you want? Do you want this? I only want to give it to those who want it. I see yes, I see yes. Here's what we're going to do. This is only for those who want it. No harm, no foul, no pressure. Team, it's 3:04. We got 5 minutes. I would like for you to make it available to show them how they can get access to it. And go ahead and drop the link in there. And while you're doing this, I'm going to be explaining to them what it is. Here's what I'm going to do. If you're writing notes or if you're looking at the screen, some of you don't even need this. You like whatever it is I know I'm in. You're going to walk away with what's my promise to you. You can hold me accountable to this. You'll get an agreement from us that maps it out. You will get, listen to this clearly, 2 systems, 2 skills. I will walk you through the skill of speaking. This is how to organize your thoughts in your mind. This is how to communicate your message. This is how to package your message into products, services, and sell them. You will learn the skill of speaking. When y'all heard me talking about communication loops, hooks, all of that, you get access to that, fam. Do you think I'm qualified to show you the skill of speaking? Now, not only will you get the skill of speaking, you will learn, ladies and gentlemen, the skill of selling. Now, every one of you will not sell the same. And because I customize things, Tony, you will learn one of the things that I teach, which I call personality-based pitching. Some of you will only do subconscious selling. Some of you will do subtle selling because y'all know you ain't the type of person that's finna straight up ask somebody to pay you. Okay. So I will show you multiple ways to be able to sell what it is that you do. Is that not accurate? How many of you know your personality is not that? You just like, they ask you the price and you know you about to run. Okay. So one of the things we want to show you is multiple ways to sell, whether it's one-to-many, one-to-one, but also styles and skills surrounding that. So you'll get access to that. Now, we're at 3:16. Keep me accountable to time. Also, let me know the very first person. Krisha, Tucker, somebody tell me the very first person, please, as soon as we have them. The very first person who's in, please. 2 skills. Do we believe those 2 skills can help you? Now, Marcus, 2 systems. Andrea, one of the systems I'm going to give you all, because I know you need it, is a marketing system. A marketing system is made up of 5 layers or 5 levels of it. So this deals with from your messaging, it deals with the offer, pricing, your avatar, things of that nature. So you'll get a marketing system that I'll walk you through how to build it. And you'll also get a sales system. What is the sequence in the system that helps you with sales? Does everybody understand what I'm doing? 2 skills, 2 systems. 2 skills, 2 systems. 2 skills, 2 systems. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? 2 skills, 2 systems. Now, here's how this is structured. I am not big on information because I think that it paralyzes people. We're big on implementation. How do we implement this so we can actually start getting a result right away? I'm sure if you're anything like me, that's the thing that you want. So here's how this works. St. Clair, what we experience today is more awareness, training, teaching. That's not necessarily our particular style. So one of the ways that we would do this, our frame is teach, do, review, launch. So let's say I teach you about building your brand. Well, guess what you need? That's what you need next. You don't need more teaching. You need space in the room with me to actually do it. So let's say if on Monday I teach it, we have a Tuesday implementation session where you get to implement the thing and get questions asked, hey, is this right? To be able to put it out and be able to get data from it. Is that not powerful? So you don't just learn what to do, you actually do it with us in the implementation. Now, not only do we implement, don't you need a space to review it? That would be laser coaching and Q&A where you get to share your screen, talk about it, or demonstration. Let's say Andrea or Latasha has a webinar coming up or has a presentation coming up. What if on Thursday, which every Thursday we do, our team team, are we still doing Entrepreneur Speaker Cafe tomorrow or y'all on here? Every Thursday is a space that we create a stage for our clients to actually get a chance to practice presenting, pitching, or creating the content. They get live feedback. You get to do it in the room with your peers. Now, why is that powerful? Because they get to give you what we call success feedback. So if you got a webinar coming up, you want to practice your pitch or your presentation, imagine coming in there and doing it and the person saying, man, it's unclear. I wouldn't buy that for this reason. And you get coaching on how to tweak it to go out and do the thing. You got a keynote coming up and you have a space to do it and get on stage. The most powerful part about it is you're not just learning. Here, teach, do, it gets reviewed. You get live practice that you get a chance to do it. Now, Marcus, that's not enough. There's co-working sessions. So let's say Sharon said, I'll be honest, I'm behind. It's a bunch of stuff I've been meaning to do and I have not done it. We do co-working sessions. You get to come in the room with other people and work through things you're lost on. because everybody don't learn the same. This is a smaller room. Now, we also believe that people do not grow unless they don't grow their business unless they're growing themselves. We even got a book club where we're reading and growing together, spiritual development. Now, some of you are thinking in your head, what do I actually walk away with? If you walked away, family, number one, I will not sugarcoat this. If you walk away with the skill of learning how to communicate what you do, your brand, your message, and what you do in your business, that would be enough. You will get that. But if you also walk away with marketing systems and tightening your brand, because one of the things I didn't even mention that's a bonus for you all, who would like to have their messaging audited by us and tell you, watch this, what if I could provide for you exactly the 5 reasons people would buy and what to say to them? Full buyer avatar, full messaging avatar telling you what to say, how to sell it, what to add to your website, etc. Guess what? We provide that for you. We also do an offer boot camp where we revisit your offer to match your current brand and your current price. Those are a few things we do. Does that make sense for everybody? I don't want to take a bunch of time going through everything. I think you all are smart enough and bright enough to know if it's for you and what is and who it's not for. You know my favorite part of any of this presentation? This moment when I force people to log off. Because the average person, the moment you give them the opportunity to have what they've been saying, they enjoyed it the whole time, they leave. And I love it. If a person leaves, watch this. If you let people sample food and you tell them how to buy it and they leave, they never wanted the food. Now, guess what, Melvin? It does everything for you, does nothing for me because I already know how to do this. So a person buying doesn't change anything for me financially. It doesn't change anything for me skill, but it changes everything for the person who does it. So the way we decided to do this, those of you who are used to masterminds, you realize that masterminds is normally the most premium thing you can buy. Is that accurate? Those who have purchased or been in a space where they purchase masterminds. We took a $25,000 mastermind that Coach K was a part of our mastermind. Those of you who came from Coach K, she's in our mastermind. One of the owners of Earn Your Leisure, Michael McDonald's in our mastermind. Marquell Russell's in our mastermind. Dana Christian's in our mastermind. David Power Talks was in. I can go, oh, no. They paid $25,000. One of my goals was to take what we would typically charge and make it available to everyday people for us. So for a summit only, we went to the price you guys can see, but we also have reduced that much lower. Here's why. Here's what I learned about things and where I'm at now, Latasha. The old me couldn't afford $25,000. So if my goal is to help who I used to be, the old me couldn't give me $25,000. But I would have needed a me to coach me. So we made it available and made it within reach. There are multiple ways that people can get access to it. There's multiple levels. We have payment plans, financing on down the line. Here's what I want to do. I want to bring my partner in success, Coach Chris, up really quick. What did I miss? Because I don't do a good job of talking about what we do because I'm one of those people that kind of believe that my sales position, Alicia Penn, my sales position is always, you either want it or you don't. One of the greatest things that could have happened to me is make enough money where it don't matter. So, Christian, I'm gonna tap you in. I want you to talk very briefly of anything that I missed. I want to introduce Coach Christian, who's my partner in success. She runs our entire coaching business. We're gonna also introduce Coach Jaretta, who you guys will learn from, listen to, Coach Lowe. So Christian, what did I miss? What are some of the things that they can expect to be able to welcome those who are part? Let's bring Jaretta up and Lowe as well. I want to take a few minutes and give them access because this is who you're gonna be learning from as well.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So the real-time feedback, right? I think a lot of people have been getting extreme value from just the community aspect. So we have people who are further along in the speaking journey, people who are just getting started, and it's beautiful to see that synergy and that feedback. There's always support. There's always someone saying, hey, can you take a look at this for me? So in addition to the coaches offering their support, offering feedback, offering implementation, There's also a great community of people just like you, like-minded, who are supporting, who could point you to the resources. I heard some people saying in the chat, hey, did you look at Storm? Go back and look at H5. This was good, but you should use PPP. And it's good to see people repeating the frameworks that are taught inside of the program, but also helping other people along. Coach Lowe?
Hey everybody, thank you so much, Coach Krisha. Honestly, there's no better place to be. Let's just be honest, because not only are you getting access to the genius of Marcus and Coach Krisha, but then you get to work together in those smaller sessions like we talked about. Implementation and co-working is priceless, right? Access to those smaller rooms where you can practice what you're learning, priceless. And then on top of that, as our coach always says, you can't build a business bigger than you build yourself. So who else is giving you a book club too? Come on, it doesn't get better than that. And I heard Chizzy, when you said the offer boot camp is nothing to be played with, that could be a thing all by itself. Okay. So
Should we for everybody that's a part of this group or either, let's do this. We can't do it for everybody because you got to audit this stuff. What should we cap the number at to make available the offer boot camp for a group of people? Should be 20, 25, 30. Where should we be at with that?
25 max.
Yeah.
25? Okay. So let's do this. Can you and the team let us know the first 25 people and what we'll do? Well, let me ask, does anybody need that? Does anybody need us to? So we call it an offer ABC boot camp where we audit with all, not just one thing you sell. We audit all the things in your business. We show you how to build it out and how to create additional revenue. So we can look at, let's just say if you have a product, we show you how to take that and build a whole menu within your business, from how to repackage it, how to relaunch it, et cetera. So we call it ABC, audit, build, create. We audit what you have, we build out additional things you can sell, and then we create other revenue that plugs lead leaks and money leaks. Does that make sense for everybody? Multiple people said, yes, I want this. Okay, cool. So first, I hate using the word first. Here's why. It's cringy for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but just that's our capacity on that to be. If we did 100 people, there's no possible way that we'll be able to audit each person's stuff. So we want to cap that at 25 people so we can do that. So very, very quickly, here's what we want to do. We at 3:17. I'm over time. Who was my first person? Y'all stay on with me. Who was my first person?
Your first person was, I believe it was Dr. Shanta Hayes.
Can we bring Shanta Hayes up, please? VIPs, we're going to be a little late, but we'll be on. I'm going to make sure I serve you. Dr. Shanta Hayes, you realize, I keep telling them, Dr. Shanta, every week we look up and it's like now everybody in our program be doctor. I'm like,
the doctors.
So tell me what it is that you do and what made you make the decision to say yes to yourself today.
I am actually see now, of course you do that to me and I stutter, but I really shouldn't. No, I am a faith-based Christian women's coach. I coach business. I help them with speaking. I help them with writing their books for their business. I get an opportunity to do it all in one room. So I've been called the one-stop shop for faith-based coaches, authors, and speakers ready to 5X their income and their impact. And I deal with systems, strategies, and spirit, capital S, Holy Spirit.
I love it. So what made you make the decision to allow me the opportunity to serve you in this way?
Well, one, I do teach speaking, and I have taught it for a different company and wrote the curriculum for them. But I do see that there is additional skills and things that I can do. I've taught before for years, but there's always additional learning. And so when we stop learning, we stop growing. And I truly believe that. And I believe, in the words that we do speak, that needs to go out to the world so that we can help other people.
I absolutely love it. So here's what I'm going to do. My mom is calling y'all. Now I don't like to ignore her call. Mom, you on speakerphone. I'm in the middle of training about 300-400 people. Can you say hey to everybody? Say hey to everybody, Mama. You on speakerphone. I'm in the middle of teaching. Say hey.
Hey.
So I'm in here talking to them about speaking And of course, I'm gonna use the story tomorrow to talk about how I used to be at Florida State in that empty room and all the stuff you taught me. So you'll be very, very proud. Some people I get a chance to coach. So I'm gonna call you as soon as I get done. I love you. You good?
Seattle, and we have a gun and trying to figure out how to get across the border. Call me back when you get it.
All right, I'll call you back. Okay. My mama getting older, my daddy getting older, so I answer the phone every time they call. Y'all got to excuse me, okay? And she be watching everything. So normally she calls when she watching me. She might have been on YouTube. Son, I'm so proud. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, Dr. Shanta. You were the very first person, so I want to do something special. And I love your message. Love your message. Love what you stand for. And I can also see some ways I can support. I can tell you're faith-based. So we have to learn how we package that thing to be able to diversify it in multiple rooms. I'll tell you what I mean. I heard what you said, like Holy Spirit, etc. Never apologize about your faith, but we got to do what Jesus did in Matthew 20, how he tells the parable about the man who went out and hired servants and he went out 5 times. The goal was for him to teach grace, but he never taught grace. He taught money. So here's what I mean. I sold before a consulting package teaching people how to test the resting income rate of their business. Now, you know where it came from? The sabbatical year in the Bible, where they would work 6 years, let the land rest in the 7th year. So at a church, I preached it. For a company, I turned it into a consulting-based curriculum. So we would have to use language that, please don't hear this wrong. Coach Chris has been with me for over a decade now. She's a faith-based person. All she wanted to teach was purpose. And I said, they won't pay you for that. They will tip their pastor, or they'll leave and choose whether they want to give or not. Make sense? I want to make sure you're positioned for the people that can pay you top dollar. And oftentimes faith-based people are so used to consuming free things in church that they're not used to paying for it. They think Jesus paid it all, but you got to let them know he didn't pay invoices. Okay. So I want to help you make a couple tweaks in that. So here's what we're going to do today. I am going to interview you. You get to choose. Do you want to be interviewed just me and you and a couple of my team members? Or do you want us to send it out to people and let them be like our virtual studio audience? What you want?
Say that again.
Do you want it to be just me, you, and a couple of my team members where it's private, or do you want us to have a virtual studio audience when I interview you today?
Virtual studio audience.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Before we start, I'm gonna give you a little prep because I didn't go into how to tell your brand story. So
Okay.
I'll tell you some of the key points you need to hit. So the interviewers, now they're gonna get a chance to steal because I'm gonna teach you how to leverage a podcast interview to actually get clients from it.
Okay.
So you're literally going to be speaking to grow your brand and to grow your business and to get clients from it. Make sense?
Okay.
All right. It's
Yes.
going to be 15 minutes. It's going to be a hard cutoff at 15. So if you go over, okay, we'll make sure you get the time on that. Chris, I know you got me. We'll make sure we do that. It'll probably be closer to like 5-ish. We're going to do it right after VIP. Congratulations to Dr. Shanta. Can we congratulate her? Congratulations, Dr. Shanta. Congratulations, Dr. Shanta. All right. I am this is only day 1. How many of y'all excited about what we did in day 1? Now, here's what's going to happen. Team, I'll let y'all talk a little bit more. We behind time. I'm 30 minutes over. So I want to make sure that I transition us into VIP. So we take a quick break and we can be in that, whether it's like 3:20-ish or whatever, so we can do time for that. Tuck, if you don't mind, I'm gonna throw it to you in 1 second. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so here's how this will work. I'm gonna hand it over to Tucker so he can tell you next steps and how to get access to VIP. VIP is going to be a little different. We called it a Q&A, but I think the way to best serve you is to create a level of laser coaching in specific areas. Okay, so we will open it up for you to ask questions and get some questions answered and get some coaching. But laser coaching is where we get a chance to point my brain and my attention on specific problems in your business, et cetera, and I can solve them for you. Does that make sense? So I think that's more powerful because I don't do one-on-ones. And if I do, now I do, if I do, I won't even tell you what the rate is. So you, and there's an application, et cetera. All right. Congratulations to everybody that's a part. We'll make sure we do a great welcoming for everybody that decided to make the decision. And what I will say very clearly, please don't hear it wrong. You didn't do anything for me. You made a decision and did something for yourself. And I think that's powerful. You said yes to yourself. Okay. I bought from, you made the decision you wanted to make. And my goal to everybody that's in, say me, so I can talk directly to you. I want to say something to you that I want you to hold me accountable to. I see you. Congratulations. Welcome, 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 welcome. Man, welcome, 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 welcome. Here's what I want you to do. Here's the goal. Make me, number one, have to pay somebody else to teach me what I need to answer a question that you have. The goal anytime somebody is serving you is, I want to read an entire book to answer one question for you. I want to make sure that the way that we show up for you is a way that truly serves you. Up until now, you had to figure it out by yourself. You do not have to anymore. Okay? I can only be to you what you allow me to be. So if you're the person that plans on showing up black screen, not asking any questions and emailing the team, this is not for you. You're a business owner. You got to show up in the room and allow me to help you. Are y'all hearing me? Are you hearing me? If you tell me a lie, I coach a lie. So if I ask you, how's everything going in business? And you say, fine, that means I'm going to coach a lie. How are you doing financially? Perfect. So you told me a lie. So now I coach a lie. I won't talk about finances. I can only be to you what you allow me to be. If it's going bad, tell me it's going bad. I don't just want to know what's going on in your business. I want to know what's going on in your life. Why? Because who you are impacts what you do. So we want to show up for you and support you as family. We want to know if you're sick, if family got something going off. We want to know whatever's happening. We had a family member that just lost someone. We show up for our family. So my goal, put pressure on me, make me have to say, I don't know. And make me have to pay somebody to find out for you. You benefit because of my resources, of my ability to pay to get in rooms to acquire information that you need. Do you promise me you'll show up for yourself that way? Do not show up on Monday driving in no car. Do not show up with no black screen. It's a speaking engagement. Be ready to speak. Be ready to learn. I'm going to give you everything I have. We never cancel, ever. Oh, we haven't. It's not class. I love y'all to life. I'm done. Welcome. Congratulations to those who made the best decision you could ever make.
Love it. Thank you so much, Marcus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody give it up for Marcus Y. Rozier, y'all. This is only day number one. Only day number one, y'all. We got 2 more days. We ain't even done yet. So make sure that you all are coming to the next sessions. We're starting each day at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow and Friday, all right? So be in the room. Now, I want to answer a few questions that people have about the mastermind. I want to make sure we're super clear before we go to the VIP session. But before we do so, shout out to Juanita Stevens for jumping in. Is it Jenny Sumo who just jumped in? Shout out to all of you all who are taking action, and congratulations ahead of time to those working on it. All right. So number one, let me be very clear. This is a summit only opportunity, right? This is a summit only opportunity. So what you're seeing with this mastermind, this is only available for you all in your eyes right here. This will not be available to the public. The coaches can back me up. They will say this is never released before to the public. So this is only for your eyes. Now, I'm not going to lie here and tell you that, oh, this is expiring tonight, because it's not. It's expiring Sunday night at midnight. We don't do fake scarcity, all that stuff. We don't do that. Marcus and I know we don't do it. So Sunday night at midnight is the deadline, but there is real urgency around the 25 people that get the extra offer workshop. And I believe right now we're close. If I'm not mistaken, we're close to 50%. So if you want the extra workshop and you want that as a bonus, you need to move fast. But this opportunity, what I'm sharing with you all today, will go up in investment this Sunday to at least 3,000, maybe even 5,000. All right. So I'm just letting you know now. So whenever the time comes and you start getting email reminders saying, hey, don't forget to do this before the deadline, you know it's real and you know it's 100%. So I'm going to walk you all through the site real quick, and I'm going to show you all exactly how you can take action, because I understand there's a lot of people that they need to be walked through these opportunities. So I'm going to share my screen before we go to VIP, and I just want to walk you all through this. So you are getting access to a $25,000 mastermind for less than the price of a normal course that people would normally sell. Inside of it, you're going to get so many things: live mastermind sessions. We're going to offer your audit your offer and build and help you create offers, help you learn webinars, how to sell one to many, show you how to implement our content and lead generation system so that you can go get leads to close. Going to help you learn sales by giving you our sales scripts, hot seat Q&As. There's so much. This isn't even the whole thing, right? There's so much in here. But how you take action is when you scroll down. You can join today for $19.97 if you pay in full. If you click this button, it's going to take you to a checkout. We do offer Sezzle, Afterpay, and Klarna if you really need it. Most people, they just go ahead and they just pay in full. Split It is also something that you guys can use if you feel like it's the right fit. Split It, what they do is they look at your credit card limits, and what they do is they will match your credit card limits and give you that much in a loan for the program. So Split It, Sezzle, Afterpay, Klarna is all available at the $19.97 checkout. Now, for some of you all, you may need to split it up, just because I understand business owners, they got to protect cash flow sometimes. So you can do 2 payments of $1,200 if you want to do it over 2 months. Your first payment is today, and then your second payment would be in next month in 30 days. So first payment today, next payment in 30 days. So that is there. But then we also have this last new option that we just got today. It's so funny. We literally was at the shot clock. It was like, we just got it today. We got Clarity Pay, which is an amazing opportunity where you can get this financed over an extended period. I think, now listen, I'm not promoting this and saying this is the best way, but they have I think programs up to 36 months. All right. Now, I'm not saying you have to be on here on a 36-month plan, but you could use it to get lower payments. I think we actually had Coach yesterday, one of our clients jumped in and used this for an opportunity. And I think her payments were like starting out, like her first payment was like $50 or $100 or something like that. Something very crazy. So, but you could pay it off early, right? And so Clarity Pay, when you click here, all you're going to do is you're going to go in and you're going to select this Clarity Pay button right here, flexible payments, and then it's going to take you to a page where you can apply. The cool thing is about Klarna, Clarity Pay, all these options, it doesn't hurt to see if you get approved, right? They just do a soft pull to see if you get approved for it, all right? So to explore and see if it's an opportunity worth taking, it doesn't hurt to do so. But listen, everything is on this page. Team, drop just this link only for me in the chat a couple times so everybody has it. And so you can join in by clicking one of these buttons, okay? Now, I do want to walk you through if you need more help. Maybe you're here and you can pay in full. You just need to split it up over maybe 2 cards, 3 cards, whatever it may be, right? Maybe you just need to split it up. You can text our team and we'll send you custom payment amounts. Shout out real quick. I got to give shout outs to some people who got in. Donna Shepard jumped in. Congratulations, Donna. Shout out to, let me see who else just jumped in. I got notification. Vanessa just jumped in. Shout out to you, Vanessa. Who else? There's a few others. Shout out to Jonathan Robertson, who just jumped in. Shout out to John. So if you need to split it up, what I was saying is you can text our team. So the team is going to drop a phone number in the chat if you need to split up payments, or if the links aren't working for you and you're like, hey, I'm trying Clarity Pay, I'm trying these options, and they just can't seem to work for me. Izzy is here to help. I love it. She put her own name in the chat. Izzy is here to help. Izzy, are you able to come up real quick? I always do this to her, and then she's like, Michael, why do you do this? She's only one of our customer support and enrollment specialists. Izzy, say hi to everybody real quick. I know you may be on calls, but if you could just say hi to everybody and introduce yourself real quick, people would love to know. And listen, Izzy's not the only one, so all of our other enrollment specialists, I'm not saying she's my favorite. Maybe she is, I don't know. But Izzy, real quick, introduce yourself to everybody real quick. I just see you were active in the chat.
No worries. Hi, everyone. I'm Izzy. I have a little bit of a cold, so please don't mind me today. But yes, I can absolutely help you guys.
Love it. So text them. And how long, Izzy, will you think it takes to respond? I just want to be real with them. I don't want them to, you probably won't respond within 30 seconds, but let them know how long the
We've
process
been
takes.
really good about it today, so probably in a minute or two.
Okay,
We're really
great.
good.
And then if people need to hop on a call, are you able to do that as well?
Yes, that's when it gets a little bit slower, but we will let you know right before we call you.
Okay, perfect. All right, everybody say what's up, Izzy, in the chat. Let her know that you'll be texting her. So go ahead, text her if you need support, and she will be there for you. All right, and all the other amazing enrollment specialists that I left out. So my bad, Matt. I see Matt in here. Don't get hurt. All right. So with that being said, this opportunity is available. We are going to close this up. We are so excited for everybody jumping in and taking action. Tomorrow, be here with your camera on again. Come prepared. We have Alicia Little and Coach K coming in this week. And tomorrow we have Seven Buffins going to teach you how to grow your business with content. So make sure you don't miss a session. You be here because this could change your business. This one event that Marcus is doing for free, y'all, is crazy, crazy valuable, could change everything for you, but it requires you stepping into the arena, stepping into the room consistently. So make a commitment to yourself today that you're going to be here tomorrow for day number 2 and Friday for day number 3. Now, I did promise a giveaway. I didn't forget. So Coach, I got to do that real quick. So Coach Krisha sent me the list. Here we go. So earlier I told you guys to send a screenshot of yourself or a selfie of yourself and tag us on Instagram. And so we do have that winner. I think they exited out of the room, but I do want to still honor them because they're following Marcus. They tagged him and their camera was on for majority of the day. I think they had to drop out early. So Coach, let's still DM her and get her access to that. But shout out to Felicia Collins. Everybody put congratulations, Felicia Collins. We're going to go ahead and send her over a $25 Amazon gift card as well. So Coach, if you can make note of that, that'd be amazing. $25 Amazon gift card as well. Somebody says, when will we get? Okay. Yes, VIP. I got you. Hang tight. Hang tight. We're going to roll into VIP at 3:45. 3:45. All right. So Marcus, I know that's a little later. I'm just making sure people are supported. 3:45. You're going to get a text and an email VIP in the next 2 to 3 minutes. So watch your text and email inbox in the next 2 to 3 minutes. You're going to get that link. All right. So make sure that you all are watching your inbox. Now, somebody just asked, is this the same, the mastermind the same as the VIP? No. It is not the same. This is separate. So if you want to jump into the VIP Q&A, which is totally separate, the team is dropping that link in the chat. There's still time for you to grab the lifetime access to these replays and get the Q&A sessions this week. It's $49 for that. The mastermind, whole different world, amazing opportunity to get mentored by our group of coaches and Marcus. So, yes. I love it. Love it. Marcus, you weren't talking to me, were you? I heard your mouth. You were looking at the camera, but you were on mute.
No, this little one right here.
Okay.
She loves being on camera, so I always bring her around. Say, hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
You want to say anything? He said, Daddy, I want to come and see and be on camera. Daddy, what do you say before Daddy speak? Daddy got to speak.
Let's go, Daddy.
That was it. There's a lot of people that's going to be a part of our family and be working with us. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Say welcome.
Welcome.
All right. Love y'all to life. Excited about working with everybody.
Hi, thanks,
We'll
Marcus.
have the gift tucker for everyone that stayed till the end.
Yes, come up, Coach. Talk about that real quick. My bad. I missed part of what you just said. I think I heard you said a gift.
Yes, we did promise that we were going to give a gift to everyone that stayed until the end. So we have 228. Team, let's go ahead and give that gift. Let's drop it in the chat so people can get the gift for staying until the end of day 2.
Can I say what it is so everybody understands?
Sure.
So it is a entrepreneur speaker audit. So it tells you some areas of your speaking that kind of puts you in a direction. I'm not going to go into that until Thursday. There are multiple ways to leverage speaking. So some of you are more conversational, some of you are inspirational, teachers, trainers. We start showing you kind of the business model surrounding that. So everybody shouldn't be selling a coaching program. Everybody shouldn't be selling a course. So what matches and builds underneath your particular speaker style? So it's the entrepreneur speaker audit is going to help you with that. I just saw Uncle Smokey and Auntie Carla said, hey, she loves them. Smoky Norfolk, my guy. If that's you in here, I love you, bro. I got to call you. Say, hey, Uncle Smokey.
Hi, Uncle Smokey.
All right. So congratulations to everybody who got that. You got it simply for showing up. We just are givers and we have a whole lot to give. So we continue to give that. All right. Coach Chris, you got anything on that before we go?
No, we're good to go.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna do because I'm a little short on time. I promised you guys a bigger giveaway and I keep my promises. So this is what I'm gonna do. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do the big giveaway because I gotta get off here and I gotta make sure we prep Marcus for the VIP. And I was gonna do a big wheel and put everybody's name in it and select. So I'm gonna do, is it okay? Can we tomorrow give away? Can we give that away tomorrow? Can we do the big giveaway of like an iPad or Meta glasses? And I'll let you, maybe we'll do a poll. Maybe we could do a poll in the Facebook group. If they haven't joined the Facebook group yet, team, can we drop that Facebook group? Let's do that. Let's do a poll. I'm going to put 2 to 3 different things in the group in just a few minutes. Watch for that here in just a little bit. I want to put a poll in there to see what you all want to win. And I want to do that tomorrow. So let's do that. And I'll let you all choose the prize with us tomorrow. So that's going to be amazing. So show up for that and join the Facebook group. The link's in the chat. So we can do that poll together. But go share your biggest takeaways. Let us know what your biggest aha moment was inside of the group. Let us know, like, hey, this really stuck out to me. This was a big epiphany moment. And y'all, we would love to hear what your takeaways from the day one of the Scale with Speaking Summit was. I see a lot of people saying that the file for the homework, or not the homework, I'm sorry, the free PDF was locked. Team, can we unlock that? Misty, can we unlock that? Or Coach? They said that it's they had to request access. So if we could do that for them, we'll take care of it. I promise you guys, we'll change the link and make sure that you all gain access to that. So with that being said, in 4 minutes, we got the VIP Q&A. VIP Q&A in 4 minutes, y'all. Check your email, check your text in the next few minutes, and join us in the next room. If you haven't joined VIP yet, there's still time to do so. Chris just got VIP. Alonda just got VIP. Let's go. Yasmin just got VIP. So go upgrade and we'll see you in the next room. So thank you guys. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, coaches. We'll see you soon.